me? Eerste keer finns det flera viktiga frågor att ställa oss. Hur kan du, jag, våra vänner, våra barn att det vi ser på TV och på radio är sant? Och hur vill vi att våra åsikter är våra egna? Hur kan vi vara säkra på att de svaga rösterna kommer att ta oss istället för att förändra till det finns en människa i hela världen. Denna människa är attackad med hela perspektiv. Denna människa är attackad för att vara barn i livet. Denna människa som ger sig alternativ till livet. Och också denna människa är attackad för en vanlig dag kan bli en stor dag. En dag kan vi läsa om stor TV som säger vad har en det finns bara ett ord som ger denna människa rätt till namn.
Thank you, Bob. Praise Bob. So ridiculous. Things get a little easier once you understand. Things get a little easier once you understand. Things get a little easier once you understand. Well, if you ignore me, I'm just gonna ban you. Cool? Cool. Pretty close to banning you. Let's see here. Little flat. I saw this flat Earth commercial when I was in Costco. But I just have to thank Bob. Things will get easier once you understand.
Once you understand, things get a little easier.
I'll be expecting you to get a haircut by Friday. Forget it, Dad. That won't change anything. Forget nothing. You'll do as I say as long as you're living in my house.
Things get a little easier once you understand. Things
He knows I'm not feeling well, and yet he doesn't take 1 second out to help his mother. His only concern is for himself.
Come on, Mom. What do you want from me? Don't argue with your mother. Just shut up and listen.
once you understand.
Things get a little easier.
But Mom, all my friends will be there. I said no. Can't go. But why? I don't want to. Why? What's wrong with that neighborhood? I don't like the kind of feeling. What's wrong with them? Never mind. Someday you'll thank me.
Once you understand, things get a little easier.
Are you sure no one kept you company tonight while you were babysitting? What's that supposed to mean?
Just once you understand.
You don't trust me. Where are you going now?
To my friend's house.
Don't you have things to do in the house? Don't you have any home? Why don't you sit down and read the book?
Oh,
Don't go on. You're wasting your life away with foolish things.
what are you talking about? How about your bridge club and your ladies' groups and your parties and your daytime programs? What about all that?
That's different. Ma, I'll be home at 11. You better be home at 10. your father can come at all.
Once you understand.
When I was your age, I was working 12 hours a day, 6 days a week. I was getting paid for food, rent.
I don't understand. What's that got to do with me?
You can't figure that out for yourself. You're stupid.
Hey, Dad, did you see my new guitar? I joined a group.
Son, there's a little bit more to life than joining a group, playing the guitar.
Yeah, Dad? What is there to like?
Once you understand, things get a little easier. Once you understand, things get a little easier. Once you understand, things get a little easier.
Once you understand.
Things get a little easier. Once you
Yes?
You have a son named
Bobby Wanker?
Bobby Wanker, age 21.
Yes.
I'm sorry, Mr. Wanker. Your son stole $35 from your wallet, ran off with a fat girl, and joined the Subgenius Church. And now he's dead.
Dead? How?
He was raped to death by a bear with AIDS.
Oh my God.
Things get a little easier.
Once you understand, things get a little easier. Once you understand.
Things get a little easier once you understand.
Things get a little easier for the Subgenius Church once you understand that there's a vast conspiracy of normalcy hell-bent on crushing all of your hopes and dreams. A conspiracy of your parents, churches, bosses, and politicians. Things get a little easier for the Subgenius Church once you understand the end is near and only they have the means to survive. But most importantly, things get a little easier for the Subgenius Church once you send $35 to P.O. Box 1811417, Cleveland Heights, Ohio 44118. Yeah, right. So, second right.
Dobbs approved. So I hope you enjoyed that. I certainly did. Things get a little easier once you understand. Oh, it's too fucking much. Hey, what's up, Dacone? Oh, Joker hates me now. Because, little piece of shit Bill Hicks Jr. is spreading fucking lies about me, saying I banned him when I gave him a timeout at the end of the fucking live stream as a joke. But I banned him, though. Banning someone is banning them. They're not allowed to come back. Timing out someone is 300 seconds. So you're wrong, and you're a liar, Jokerfish. So fuck off. So let's see here. What's up, Dacone? What's up, THC? Anthony? What's up, Ryan Berkovich? What's up, Isaac? What's up, Bearwolf David? What in the fuck are we watching? Raped by a bear with AIDS, classic. How's it going, Mr. Matty Moses? Oh, and I got fucking reported on Facebook for calling this dude a little white boy, ignorant mama's boy, white boy. White boys be white boy in it. And he reported me for hate speech because he was disrespecting the indigenous Native American culture by saying that the Native American genocide was a myth and a hoax like the Jewish conspiracy. And yeah, there's this whole thing that like they say like what part of the land is native land? What part of the land? All of the land is native land. All of it. There's no such thing as the USA. It was stolen from the natives. So what's up, Steve? Steve HV. Just block cum farts, cum teeth. Make sure you block these idiots. Very simple to block them. Bye bye. Things get a little easier once your bitch ass is blocked. So simple to block you. Bye bye. What's up, Chase? Here now, Antonio's about to join. Antonio's gonna join. I'm having some coffee here. And I have a whole bunch of books that I just bought. Here, check out all these books. See all those books? So I'm about to show you all these new books that I bought this morning and afternoon. And at an estate sale, too. I went to an estate sale. So here's the trick. I learned if you go to the book sale at the library in the morning, they have all their special books out. And then I went to an estate sale, bought 2 more books. I went home, I took a nap. And then I woke up and I realized I still had 1 hour left at the library book sale. So I used my noggin, put 2 and 2 together, and I realized that they're going to put out more books, probably little secret books at the end. So I bought my secret books in the beginning, my good books, and I get the good books at the end that they don't put out at the beginning because there's not enough room. And lo and behold, I was right. They did put out a whole new section of books, and I bought a whole entire another bag full of books. So I was right. Things get a little easier once you understand. Remember to send your $35 to the Church of the Subgenius at that P.O. box, an address that I had there. I should link that at the bottom of every one of my videos. Gotta rep the Church of the Subgenius. They're starting to notice me as one of their most predominant members now, besides of course Nick Offerman. If you guys know the actor from the TV show, what is No, it's not Arrested Development. I forgot what show it's on actually. If you guys can let me know. I mean, I can go to Google and type in Nick Offerman show, and I will figure out myself. But what is it? Nick Offerman is a subgenius, and he was just on the cover of High Times, and he crafted a handmade wooden coffin where he puts his weed, his cannabis, and on top of the coffin is a mural, the iconic image of J.R. Bob Dobbs, proving that Nick Offerman is a subgenius, or he just likes to rep him. So let's see here. Oh, yo, thanks for Ben and those people, Arwen. Appreciate that. Appreciate that, Arwen. I mean, damn, dude, Trollville, huh? Pretty strange. I'll give you the link, Arwen. I haven't talked to you in a while. Kind of annoy me sometimes, but I like your resiliency. You have good resiliency, Arwen. I like that about you. You're a little weird because you believe in gravity. Not in gravitational waves, but gravity's real. Zach Weinstein says, hi, my name is Josh, and I'm not a troll. All right, Zach, well, welcome. Yeah, Mr. Matty Moses. Why so many trolls? Because my light is so bright that they try to dimmer my shine. And things get a little easier once you understand. Look at all these fucking trolls. Yeah, if I have any reliable people in the chat room, press 23. So if you I think I did put slow. No, I didn't put slow on. Sorry, Stan Smith. Trolls do one. Steve, I'm just conceptual about that. Yeah. 23, Mr. Matty Moses. Looks like he wants a wrench. Trolls and their infinite creativity. All right, well, we got a couple of people in here that are... oh my gosh. Look at this crazy sons of bitches. All right, well, you got a wrench, Daniel. Mr. Matty Moses. Oh, Morgan Ellis, I want to thank you. You know what for. I don't know you too well, Mr. Matty Moses, but you stick around for a bit and then I'll probably give you a wrench. Sorry that you got to deal with these freaking trolls, everybody. But, as you know, things get a little easier once you understand. Damn, dude, you're quicker than I am, Arwen. I tried to ban him. You freaking got him quicker than me. Alright, I'm waiting for Antonio here so I can start reading these. Oh, Felix is laughing so much. It's so... everyone really enjoyed that new video I put up. Things get easier once you understand. Got over 400 views very quickly. It's fucking hilarious. Oh, Bob Dobbs. What do we got here? All right, I'm gonna.
Let's look at the word subgenius.
All right, I'm gonna start reading these books off then. Fuck it. You ready? Okay. I want to start reading these books off, but I want Antonio kind of to... You already wrenched Tesla's apple. Steve HV, yes, I love the new video. Thanks, made me chuckle. Good. That song sends the... Oh, okay, I got you. Good call, THC Anthony. That trolls... That song sends them trolls fucking nuts. Gets them going crazy. I got you. No, and on that note, I'm going to play that song again, just to piss you fuckers off a little bit more. Oh, that's right. You're scared of the Church of the Subgenius, are you? Because you don't know what it is. Because you're too conspiratarded. Aw. Things get a little easier once you understand. Now I'm going to play it again just to piss you off. Because I love the fucking song. I'm starting to realize my subgenius potential here. I got a lot of potential here, folks. Yes, you fucking. Yo, what's up, Antonio? Yo, did you see that new video? The things get a little easier once you understand.
It was cool. So I was one of the 400 people who watched it almost straight away.
It really triggers a lot of people. I know. Oh, and I'm also I can't post anything in my group for a week, or any groups actually. I'm not allowed to post on any groups for the next week, so I'm going to be a little bit more quiet than I normally am.
Why is that? On Facebook?
Yeah, somebody reported me for calling him. He was being unbelievably disrespectful towards the Native American culture, and saying that 10 people died total. 10
Wow.
people, and
Okay.
I'm like, what? I'm like, dude, what do you? He's like, 40 people. I'm like, what? I'm like, dude, you're a little white, ignorant, fucking. Oh, I just went off on him, and obviously, I edited my comments and deleted most of them because I know. So I only got a week. It probably would have been a month.
No, but listen. The tactic that they're playing is this. Okay, I mean they've issued a strike on Jeren for abuse, for bullying NASA. Okay, so that's the tactic. That's what they're doing. They'll come in, they'll try and trigger you, and then they'll report you. So what we have to do when somebody like that comes on and says, "What are you talking about? Native Americans? Only 10 of them died." You report them because they have the same system. You report them for abuse, for hate speech, for whatever. You know, as long as it's something that applies.
Yeah, that's what they got. That's what they got me for.
Yeah, so there you go.
I did appeal it. I did go to appeal because they didn't even show me what I said or put.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you guys didn't even show me what I put. And I actually verbatim put, "That's absolute bullcrap." and I pressed send. 23 viewers, great number. Praise Bob.
Yeah. By the way, you might want to slow down your chat because you're going to make it really difficult for the people with wrenches to actually pay attention to what's being said.
All right.
If you remember how to do it.
So I gotta go to edit video, right?
Like not live stream.
Yep, live stream. There.
Yeah, around there somewhere.
All right, hold on a sec.
Yeah. They've changed the system now. You used to be able to just automatically report people. Now you've got to choose, you know, what they're doing and choose one and all this. So just takes a couple more minutes, but Jesus.
Let's see here.
This is a message for Anthony, THC. Anthony, this is what I'm talking about. This here, I've written you a couple of messages. This. So anybody who hasn't watched THC makes you high, helium gets you higher. Go to his page and watch how to make really good THC oil. So I'll be doing that myself.
Nice.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Oh, come on. I'm sorry, everyone. I can't freaking find it.
Should I have a look?
I'm at the events. It's Hangout 75. I'm in the freaking. I'm at the manage. Let's see here.
Hey, I don't know if you know Faceless Enigma.
Yeah.
Yeah. He wants to know whether he can join us.
I can get it. I'll send him a thingy. Hold on.
Hello, Mrs. Tesla's Apple. How are you?
Where is Christian?
Hey, THC Anthony. So you've changed your channel name. Cool. That's way better.
I think I gave him the idea for that name.
THCA Anthony. I see. Takes me a minute sometimes.
All right. Well, I'm just gonna send it to the whole group. Christian, I'm gonna send it to your. Oh, God damn it! Things get a little easier once you understand. I've been singing. My roommate. I played it like 4 times in a row, and he's like, "Dude, what the fuck are you listening to?" And I'm like, "You gotta come over here and watch this." And he's like, he has the attention span of a fish, and so he watched it for a minute, and he's like, "Oh God," he's like, "I hate you so much," and I'm like, "Just watch it, dude." I'm like, you have no attention span, and he's actually sat and watched the whole thing, and he's like, "God, you're such an idiot."
Why?
I go, Sean, I forgot that I'm a sub-genius, so now I can steal all their work for free. And there's nothing they can do about it because I'm an official member. So now I'm going to steal all their work and publish it as my own because I'm a sub-genius. There's nothing they can do. Things get a little easier once you understand. Suckers. I was live on my oh, here he is. I was live on my Facebook feed earlier, and Bill Donahue joined it. You know, the legendary Bill Donahue, and I was like, Bill Donahue. I'm like, please make a flat Earth presentation, like I asked you a long time ago. I reached out to you, and then you said no, and you complimented me, and you said thank you for being so kind and reaching out to me and your kind words and showing respect, because I wasn't being a dick like I was with certain people, and I offered him $1,000 and to do the presentation, and then 6 months went by, and then he said, I normally don't do this on his Facebook page, but I need you to donate me money. And I said, Bill, my offer still stands. Remember when I offered you $1,000 for just to do a presentation of everything that you know from the Bible? Because apparently you're a religious Bible scholar, and you should at least recall some of those flat Earth references in there that you've been studying for the past 30, 40, 50 years. So I'd really like to see the conglomeration of everything that you have known or seen or read about with the flat Earth. Is that so much to ask? Yeah, it's not.
No. Hey, somebody passed me a link to the Vatican, so I made a short video. The Vatican has changed the Genesis to, it used to say, in the beginning, God made the heavens and the earth was in the depths of the water, voidless and without form. And in the earth, he placed a firmament to divide the waters above from the waters below. Now it says, God made a dome and placed a dome to divide the waters above the dome from those under the dome. And he called the dome sky. And he called this dome sky. Hey, Hang there, how you doing?
What's going on, buddy?
No, what's up, man?
All good.
Nice beard. I like that beard. That's a hell of a beard there. I like that.
Yeah, I figured I'd just let it rock out for a little while.
I like that. I like that.
Gotta change things up once in a while.
My arms are a little bit tingly.
Have you been practicing a bit of chi?
It's really, really hot out, and I've been doing a lot of walking today, and I
carrying bags full of books.
Yeah, I got all these books next to me. I want to see. I mean, I like to have like you on there, and possibly THC Anthony, because like going through these books, it'll spark memories of you know, shit that you guys read. You know, growing up through your 20s and 30s.
Do you want me to pass THC Anthony the link?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
He's a good dude. I like him. I love that guy. He's so I don't know. He's just inspiring, you know.
Yeah, he's very inspiring. Very pure.
He's an open heart. That's what he is.
Yes, he is. He really, yeah, he's definitely just one of those guys. He's full of positive energy. You don't see that a lot.
Yeah, not with me, right?
and his accent too. You know, like the fact that he's he's Australian, but he's in America. I love that.
You guys ever watch The Sopranos?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been a while. I've been watching 6 Feet Under lately, but yeah.
Oh, nice. I'm gonna have those poly silver stripes in 10, 15 years. I'll have those, you know, those poly silver stripes.
But, you might not though. You might not. How old are you right now?
I just turned 32, dude. Look at that.
Oh, well, yeah, I see what you're saying.
I blame the flat Earth. I blame the flat Earth stress, but I listen to this, guys. I figured out a way how to scam I got in touch with my inner thief earlier today. My childhood thief. You know, remember when we were kids stealing baseball cards and little candies?
Nope. I never did that.
Oh, I certainly did. But
When I was a teenager, it was a different story. But it was never from friends, from acquaintances. It was.
Oh, never, ever would I steal from my friends or
multinational.
I stole from the stores. I stole from the stores.
No, I steal from the government. Fuck the government.
Yeah, I don't feel. I'm not justifying it, but I would steal from like Walmart. Like this is years ago. I haven't done it in a while, but still, like even in my mind, it's like I still don't feel that bad because it's like nobody didn't eat that night because I stole from them. I would feel bad. I wouldn't steal from a mom and pop store because it's a fucking like that would fuck them up. It's like a personal. But if it was like a big corporation, I'd be like, fuck this. I'm jacking these people. There's something called shrinkage. They already have that worked out. It's like they already assume that a certain amount of people are going to steal. It's like
it's
I'm
already
just jumping.
for. It's prepaid for. It is.
Yeah, right. It's already pre-planned for. And it's already worked out with their with the prices. They already know the certain amount of shit's getting stolen. I just am working myself into that sliver, and that's it. And that's my mental justification. Like, I'll steal from fucking Walmart. Fuck them. Nobody's gonna starve.
That's a slippery road because that's what burglars do. They say, they're insured. It's all right if I steal all their shit. They're probably insured. They'll get brand new stuff. They'll thank me for it. Like, really.
Listen. If you guys haven't fantasized about robbing a bank, I don't have the balls to do it, but I mean, there's a part of you when you watch a movie when they're robbing a bank, you're rooting for them. You're like, fuck that money's insured. Like, fuck that. Everybody's getting their money.
Christian, that's funny you say that. One of my buddies growing up, he brought it up all the time. It's his greatest fantasy. His biggest dream is to rob a bank, and he's been a corrections officer for the past like 15 years, and he's worked in some of the worst prisons in America, and he's told me some fucking crazy stories. It's so funny because he's like, never mind, I'm not going to give a description of him because he would. Number one rule, he's one of my friends growing up who's like 2 or 3 years older than me, and so he like taught me the ropes on a lot of things. Like he was driving around, you know, when he's 16 with the freaking Nintendo 64 in his truck, and we're thinking, yeah, exactly. I'm thinking I'm badass driving around with him playing fucking video games, staring at people throughout the window. Like, that's all right. I'm playing a video game right now in the truck. What are you doing? And yeah. Well, let's get to these books. I want to get to these books here. Yeah. So if everyone could like and share this, I want to show everyone these awesome books that I just picked up. I
want to say cheers real quick. By the way,
I got coffee, but I'm gonna pour another coffee here in a minute.
This is so weird. Like I have a drink and you don't, and that's so different.
I drank yesterday, and I drank yesterday with Jokerfish after he betrayed me like a little asshole.
Betrayed you? How?
He Bill Hicks Jr.
I don't know.
Yeah, this little faggot troll, Bill Hicks Jr.
That's PMARS.
Yeah. He tricked Jokerfish and lied and said that I banned him. And so Jokerfish apparently has a little thing for fucking Bill Hicks Jr. And he believed Bill Hicks Jr. over me, and I didn't ban him. I just timed him out as a joke, because Jokerfish gave me a wrench at the very end of his live feed, and Bill Hicks Jr. was all worried. He's like, "Don't give Dan a wrench," and then I fucking timed him out, and I just laughed at him. I'm like, "Shut up, dude!" And I'm like, "Don't start her. I'm gonna just to fuck around with him." And then he apparently told on me, and it's like took my wrench away, and I don't give a fuck about that. I don't give a fuck about taking my wrench away, but you're gonna tell lies and saying I'm banning people when I'm not? Fuck off, dude. I don't care who you are. If you're anything that comes out of your mouth and it's untrue, it's a fucking lie. It's as simple as that. I don't stand for it.
Have you squared it out with Jokerfish?
Last night, I told him to fuck off.
Wow.
And then I joined his live link because that's what I'm good at. And then I'm like, yo, and he was talking to his future ex-wife, as he likes to call her, And since he was talking with his future ex-wife, he wanted to act like a badass and kick me off right away. And okay, dude, you want to be a dick? I'm not the good guy. I'm not the guy to start with. Not a smart choice to fuck with me.
This is you guys, you introduced me to Joker Fish, like, and you introduced me to him, and then and then after you introduced me to him, I had been on a couple of his shows, and I admit, like, lately I've had no presence in Flat Earth at all, and it's for other reasons that I'll explain in a little bit. I've just been taking a step back because it's just not worth it anymore. I'm gonna be like Jippy Jedi now. I'm just gonna appear like now, say my piece, and disappear. I don't think I'm gonna be doing videos and all that other shit, man, because it's like whoever you get associated with nowadays, it seems like there's somebody else that's gonna. Oh, people are just stupid. There's just as much programming in Flat Earth than there is outside of it. So I'm pretty much done. This is
one of the things I wanted to address. I'll make a video about it or Hangout or something. That there's this crazy, irrational, utopian thinking that if everybody knew the Earth was flat, everybody would behave really well. It's like, no, they don't, because there's people that know the Earth is flat right now that are flat Earth content providers who behave freaking despicably. So no, that's not true.
Yeah, I've been really sitting back and just watching, and I watch everybody, and I mean from Daniel Pratt, Antonio, Matt Powerlin. I just sit back, and it's just like anything else. What applies, and what doesn't apply, you let it fly, because there's so much good stuff, but unfortunately, you have to filter out people's personal shit. There's so much personal shit that gets attached to objective reality, because there's so much to learn, so many different ways of looking at things, so many interesting ways of seeing things, but people always have to attach their ego and shit to it. So I've been just really falling back before I open my mouth and end up saying something like, oh, well, this sounds interesting, and like, oh, so that's what you're about. Well, no, I'm not about anything. That's the whole thing about this, is about being constantly a blank canvas. You got to be fluid in this. You got to be ready to, like, whoop, shift directions. Oh shit, there's so much speculation that goes on. There's so much shit, and it has become such a drama thing, and the shill call and all that stuff, and even that has kind of moved on. Like, it's because it became so saturated with the shill call, and next thing you know, everybody was a shill. But right, like last month, you couldn't say Flat Earth without being called a shill. And so I just waited for that dust to clear. And like, wow, I'm glad that I just sat back, kept my mouth shut for a long time. And I'm just happy to pop in right here and see you guys.
You know who was really good for killing the whole shill meme idea? Ace McLeod, because he was going into chats and calling people that he knew weren't shills. It's like, yo, shill, my brother. To me and Bob and Deep Inside the Rabbit Hole, and just people that he knew aren't shills. So he was doing it. Hey, who else? Somebody else has joined us. Is that Anthony?
It's
Anthony.
Hey,
Anthony.
What's going on, man? I'm gonna pour myself another coffee here.
Rolling the joint, mate. I'm just rolling the joint. My day's done, so I'm just relaxing, and I'm just here with you guys, just listening and learning, and I'm gonna have a puff.
Yeah,
hey, Anthony,
I appreciate
my Australian.
Sorry, man. I appreciate you commenting on my on that one video. I honestly, just when I see people laughing,
I love it. You know what? Dude, you just got to stop for 1 sec. I'm going to get seconds of. I don't care what advice or no advice, man. I'm going to tell you one thing. What you did there, you continue it, man, because you're ticking a lot of people off. You got to. You know what? You're a canary in the coal mine, mate. I'm telling you, keep doing what you're doing, mate, because you're getting the message out. I'm telling you, you're really causing some waves, dude. I told you, man, you're pissing a lot. That thing is fucking freaking people. That little cartoon, kick bud, and it's.
He said you're salt of the earth, bro. He said you're salt of the earth, man. That's it.
Yeah, he is salt of the earth, mate. Yeah, I like it. You're just for a young chap, mate, yeah, good policy that you have. Your morality's good. And just keep making videos like that. Keep annoying people. If you keep doing this...
You don't got to tell me that, man.
Yeah, man. I'm telling you, you're going to allow people to find the flat Earth in a very humorous way.
Yeah.
I think it's a good thing.
Yeah, you got a pair of testicles on you. I'll give you that.
All right, thank you. I'm gonna go pour this. I'm gonna go make a coffee while you guys.
Make a coffee, mate. Hey, but it was a hoot. It was a hoot from the response from the trolls. But anyway, I think it's a good gauge. Hey,
No,
but anyway, buddy, what you been? Hey, Antonio, hi there, and Hangout.
What's up, my Australian Negro? What's up? What's up, man? It's good to see you, man.
That's it, buddy. Yeah, mate, you bet, bud. How's the music? You been doing any live stuff?
A little bit, but I got to tell you, I've got a band together today. Saturday's our band practice day, so I had a drummer over. I had to kick a dude out of my house. It was a whole other story, which is hysterical. I'm gonna have to. I don't know if I should make a video or just talk about it and hang out sometime. But I had to I've never kicked a person out of my house. Like literally, I had to don't get the fuck out of my house. I had an actual band member out of my house because he called me the Dark Lord in my own house. Basically, called me Satan in my own fucking house on mushrooms. And I had to kick him out. But anyway, band's been going great. It's not going to be just me anymore, and I'm going to be buying a new piece of equipment called the Boss RC300, which is a loop station, which enables me to play over myself. I can play guitar and then loop it and then sing over, like all this different shit. And it's not basic. It's a very complicated thing where I can pull out certain parts, where I could do full songs with changes and everything. It's not just like a basic loop thing. It's a very complicated loop station, and I'm going to be a one-man band because we'll see how it works out, But things are going really well musically. Thanks for asking.
Yeah, no, that's cool, mate. Because I listened to some music last night, and there was a gentleman playing, like you said, a one-man band. He had a certain instrument where he could engage drums. I mean, like. I thought that gentleman from Rush had a good system, but this dude last night was a one-man band. He had a one-speaker setup. He had his, I think it was like a nine-board mixer. A hoot, mate. You thought, you close your eyes, you swear to God, there was at least 3 guys in the band. You turn around, it was just one dude.
Yeah. If you can remember that, if you guys can remember that, it's called the Boss RC300. It's almost $700 with tax, so it's $649 plus tax. I'm going to be picking it up tomorrow. If you go on YouTube,
cart. It comes on a cart.
If you just type that in YouTube, you'll see this. They have competitions with this thing where people like this is one chick that all of a sudden she picks up a trumpet, and then she'll like overlay 3 things and all this crazy shit. One guy, this Asian guy did a TEDx conference with this unit that I'm about to buy tomorrow. Yeah, and TEDx is, like it's no joke. Where he played, I think he played, that song "With or Without You" by U2. It was really cool. This thing when I saw it, when I stumbled upon this piece of equipment, it hit me like a ton of bricks. I was like, holy shit! I've been a musician my entire life. This is what I need. I've been trying to find other people. Oh, you gotta, I don't want to tell anybody exactly what to play, how to play, but I've always been very good at overdubbing over myself. But when you play live, you can't play with yourself. You're playing with other people, and they have their own style, their own thing. This thing will enable me to create loops on the fly, basically like play a riff, and then it can be a long riff. It doesn't have to be very short. Don't think 4 bars. Think 16 bars. Think, a whole chord progression. And then it'll come back around, and then all of a sudden I can lay another melody on top of that. There's microphone in there. I can choose when it's going to actually being recorded, or when I'm just singing and it's not being looped. I can pull certain loops out. There's multiple tracks. There's changes for verse, chorus, verse, bridge.
Is that like Keller Williams?
Well, you've seen what's that comedian's name with the fro?
Reggie Watts.
Reggie Watts. Okay, he has something like that. This is basically even more advanced than what he has.
Wow. Cool.
Yes.
No, that's really cool.
Yeah. And so
But you-
I will be able to, if I want, yeah, you see beatbox, you know, this is even better. It has more channels and more options than that. You can turn the guitar into a bass, or it has effects built in. It's pretty crazy. The Boss RC300. All you have to do is Google that word, Boss RC300. There's the RC30, the RC50. No, fuck that. The 300 is the newest one. I go all the way, or don't bother at all, and I'm gonna take a fucking month and learn how to use it, and I'm gonna blow people's fucking minds. It's gonna be so much better than me just playing with an acoustic guitar. It has its limits. I can't play leads. I can't play solos with myself. So
Can
I'm
you
very
do
excited
that?
about that.
Hey, brother, can you do some music? I've got some big a hemp walkthrough, and I'd love you to do some background music, man. It's so hard to find
Absolutely.
music that YouTube, and they're bastards, mate.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah,
I am writing new music that is off the fucking chain, and nobody's heard it. I'm not going to release it on YouTube until it's done. You guys have all heard me do cover songs. You haven't heard me write a song in a while. The last song I did was that song "Carve." I made a video. It was cute and shit. But wait till you see what's coming out now. You're gonna be like, "Wow, I know that guy."
Yeah, stick with what makes you happy, man. That's what I'm trying to shift my focus to. Things get easier once you understand.
Yeah, man, you nailed it. You have nailed it. Stick with what you love, man. It'll all work out.
Hold on, Antonio. What did you say? You wanted to say something about the shills or something like that, or something?
Yeah, I wanted to.
You said you had something you wanted to address something about that, or not? Or
oh yeah, no, it was only that to help quash that whole thing that was happening with the show. It was Ace McCloud that helped kill that by simply calling everybody a shill. You know?
Yeah, I like Ace. All right, well, I'm gonna get into these books and tell you why I mentioned my childhood thief, because I'll tell you what happened. So now check this out. So these are this is the first. I'm just gonna go through them real quick. The Way of the Peaceful Warrior, a book that changes lives. I get every one of these books for $1, by the way.
Cool.
Oh, nice. Where?
I mean, I would. I'll read like a tiny bit. I'll read the fucking the title. I'll show you the author if it's worth it. Oh, okay. Yeah, it's interesting because what's her face? Moonflower, who does not, who I don't get along with at all. Let's see here. Way of the Peaceful War. Yeah, she got this book. She was telling me. And it's funny. I don't know. Never mind. It's just I saw it and I'm like, oh yeah, I'll buy that, because it's about the main character's name is Dan and he's trying to become more peaceful, and it's like The Way of the Peaceful Warrior is based on the true story of Dan Millman, a world champion athlete who journeys into realms of flesh and spirit, romance and terror, light and darkness, laughter and magic, guided by a powerful old warrior named Socrates. Jesus Christ. Tempted by an elusive, playful woman named Joy, Dan is led toward a final confrontation which will deliver or destroy him. Oh, God damn it. Join Dan as he learns what it means to die and live like a warrior. Things get a little easier. And then we got a portrait of a portrait of the artist as a young man by James Joyce, obviously a classic.
James Joyce, anything against Wake.
Oh yeah, there's certain authors that I get that I don't even read the title. I just look at the author and I'll fucking buy it instantly. Like this, for instance.
Yeah, a lot of people couldn't get through that one.
Like Buckminster Fuller, I'm like, any Buckminster fucking Fuller book, I'm buying. And Ideas and Integrities, Buckminster Fuller, the great American designer, architect, and engineer, describes the development of his creative innovations. And this is gonna be a good one. Good one right here. The Way of the Superior Man, a spiritual guide to mastering the challenges of woman, work, and sexual desire. The ultimate spiritual guide for men. Hey! Fuck your pseudo-spirituality. You say fuck a lot. That's not very spiritual. Fuck you, fuck face. So let's see here. Obviously, this dude, everyone knows this.
Oh, yeah, I read. Yeah, oh man, I
Everyone
remember
knows.
when I. Yeah,
Everyone
what
knows
was the
this
one
guy.
he wrote? What was the one he wrote? The big one. I read
The
a couple of his
Alchemist.
books.
The Alchemist.
The Alchemist, yes.
Yeah.
And I read a few others of his, the witch one, and wow, what a fucking great writer that guy is, man. And what a life. If you know anything about this, his parents like literally put him in a mental hospital because he wanted to write. You know that? It was in the forward. Yeah, it was so. They really treated him like shit.
Yeah.
Yo, Christian, like I told you, I don't even read. I see an author and I don't even look. And guess what? This book is fucking in Spanish, so I fucked up. But whatever.
Oh, nice. I'll buy that off you.
Okay.
Are you sure it's not Is it?
No, I'll send it to you for
Spanish?
free. I'll send it to you for free.
Brazilian. Is it Spanish or Brazil or Portuguese? I mean, Brazilian. Holy shit! I'm an idiot.
Looks like.
Just show me a page.
Here you go.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
it
just
might
hold
be.
on.
Hold on. La 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 la.
Spanish. It's Spanish.
Oh,
Cool.
good.
Yes.
Antonio, there's a I mean, Spanish cannot understand Portuguese, right? They're very different, right?
No, we can. It's very easy for us to understand.
Oh, really? Because someone had told me. Because to me, it sounded very similar. The way like you say, instead of, e, y, like end. In Portuguese, it's e, the letter e, where in Spanish it's the letter y. Things like that, or todos, todos, everything. Some words I'd be like, yeah, okay, that looks the same, looks very similar to Spanish. But someone told me, oh no, it's easier for a Spanish person to understand Italian than it is Portuguese.
Yeah, it depends. Depends where from in Spain, because all various different regions in Spain have different dialects. When I say dialects, I don't mean like a different accent. I mean like the patois of the New Orleans guys.
Yeah.
That French mangled
right.
French that they speak, compared to somebody from, say, California. It's a huge difference. So depending on whether the difference that your region has leans more towards Latin, so nearer to Italian, or more towards the Portuguese. So yeah, it depends. It depends. But because I've lived in both, the Catalonia, which leans a lot more towards the French and the Italian, and in the south of Spain, which leans more to the Portuguese, it's both. You won't catch every word, but you'll definitely get the overall gist. Yeah.
Gary Zukov, the seat of the soul.
Yep, Antonio, I gave you controls, by the way.
Thank you. I was asking for them earlier when I was having a problem. I jumped in earlier. You know, when you said in the Hangout that you were waiting for me, I was here, but my mic was again not working.
Oh, okay.
I had to drop. That's when I asked for controls, but I saw that you didn't see it, so I dropped and rejoined with Safari. The other browser wasn't letting me control to the mic.
I'm gonna keep going with this. Obviously, the seat of the soul, Gary Zukov.
Yeah, that's a good one. It's a good,
really popular. I like to buy books that are like that it will sell easy. That I know, like once I set up my library thing, that people will just and they'll buy like I do. Like I like to get things that I know people will buy.
That's been around a while. That one, Seed of the Soul. I read that years ago.
Hey Antonio, check it out. In Search of Schrodinger's Cat.
Oh, nice.
A little bit of quantum physics quackery in reality.
Yep, complete quackery. You know what? There is something though to be said. You know, Heisenberg's principle.
Hold on. Give me a hint. Location
versus direction.
So is that the non-local?
Non-locality.
It's saying Heisenberg's principle says you can either know the location of a thing or where it's going, what direction and its speed, for instance, but not both at the same time.
Yeah, it's pretty goddamn interesting.
Yeah, but
Isaac Asimov gives him a nice little.
Yeah,
and Isaac Asimov has isn't it called The World is Flat? Or he's got a flat Earth book. He does have a flat Earth book. Isaac Asimov has a fucking flat Earth book here. But yeah, fuck it. Let's keep going. So yeah, let's see here. Oh, I got this one at the estate sale I went to.
Joan Rivers, that's funny.
Oh, that should be pretty interesting. Yeah. What do you think on the Joan Rivers thing?
She's a tranny. We all know. Okay.
Really?
No. Listen,
I'm saying within the week after she said that, she was murdered. Although, guess what? Well, she died on the getting surgery. But if you look at the videos, there's a video of her like months after. Did you see that video?
What looks like her with short hair, without all the glam. But I have to say, there are certain types of Jewish women who are very similar to each other. The height, the features, the mannerisms. Okay?
The voice.
Yeah. So it could be just somebody who is very like that person.
Yeah,
or it
could.
It could be her.
Whatever. I got this one at the estate sale too. I'm not quite sure. Oh, it's fucking Manual for Living, Epicurus, Epictetus, classic philosopher there.
Mm-hmm.
First, say to yourself what you would be, then do what you have to do. That's pretty badass. First, say to yourself what you would be, then do what you have to do.
Where the word "would" is used to mean want to. What you would be. What you want.
I got this for a fucking $1. It says a passion planner. It's a leather-bound passion planner, and I got it for a fucking. It's got it for a fucking $1. I'm gonna fill this bitch up.
I was gonna say it's not full, is it? It's not second-hand.
No.
It's full of somebody else's adventures.
Oh, I'd be so. Obviously, everyone knows this book.
Yes.
Oh yeah, Colin doesn't either.
I like getting they had more, but I have so many of these books, even the originals, that I don't really need them anymore.
Okay, so what do you think? What do you think of the Carlos?
I have seen. I'll tell you. I know what you're going to say. You're going to say, what do I think about Carlos Castaneda, or what do I think about Don Juan?
A specific thing that happens in that book. Have you read that book? The second ring.
Is that the part at the end where he jumps off the cliff?
No, where La Gordita is showing him how to fly.
Ah, is this when he turns himself into a raven?
No, it was before. She basically says, I don't have to change. I don't have to go into, I don't have to chase the omito. I don't have to take anything. I don't have to do any ceremony, nothing like that. All I have to do is this. And she squats, does this thing, holds onto this thing and flies. Do you remember what I'm talking about?
Not really. It escaped. It's that part's escaped my head. All those books blend into one another at this point. I can't even I don't even know which ones I've read it anymore. Antonio, I started to collect. I've obviously one of my main things was to get all of the Carlos Castaneda books, even the little secret ones. But now I went into another bookstore, and there's authors that claim to have met Carlos after his death.
Oh, really?
And so I think that they're either telling the truth or continuing the type of story that Carlos did. So they're just like making up a story that they met him, even though they say it's true. And just like Carlos did, he said everything's true, even though a lot of people didn't believe him. And what's that? Oh, nice.
It's funny because I have a pile of books on my floor that because I'm a big reader.
I got that.
You got that right? Let's throw that to the side. Look, Joseph Campbell, The Hero with 1,000 Faces. Just want to give you an idea of the type of shit I got laying around my room.
Yeah, I'm going to show you that one. I just bought that one.
So you know about this. This is important. This is they say that every story that you possibly write, and this ties in with Star Wars and everything, has already been written. Like it's all the archetypal hero. Yep. It all ties back to Greek mythology. You know that. Luke Skywalker. Jonathan Franzen, I don't know if you know him, he wrote the corrections. This was quite good.
Yeah, there's supposed to be 14 archetypes, and all stories have to be borrow from those 14 archetypes. They say there isn't an extra archetype.
Yeah, and that even goes to the what do you call that type of hero that's like bad, but you're on the side anywhere, like Dexter.
Yeah,
Dexter was a serial killer, but you were like, you want him to get away with shit because he's a good serial killer.
The anti-hero. He's Loki, the anti-hero.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, here we go. Anybody know about this one? Anybody know about Roberto Bolaño? He wrote a very famous book called
I've seen that before.
This book was actually in a movie, and it showed up with what's his name? Woody Harrelson was reading this in a movie, and I thought that was funny because it was in one of his recent movies, and he got caught like reading this, and I was like, I just thought it was weird, like in a movie. I'm like, wow, because I had already read 2666. It was like he was on a couch reading this book, and I pick up on little details most people wouldn't pick up on.
Oh.
Creepy pasta. The memoirs of an invisible man.
Oh,
Hour of Now. What else? How about John Irving? He wrote The World According to Garp.
Garp.
You remember that one, right? The World According to Garp. He also wrote The Cider House Rules. If you remember that, that was that Michael Caine was in that. Oh, here's your favorite one. I Hope They Serve Beer in Hell. Anyone remember this one?
Yeah, I remember that one.
Yeah, that fucking true story about that guy that was all he did was write about how he was getting laid, and the more he got laid and wrote about it, the more he got laid because girls would read about it online, and it just became an exponential nightmare of him just drinking and getting laid. Because the more he wrote about it, and the more exciting it sounded, more girls would just call him up and sign up and say, I want to fuck you too. It was so weird, that guy. I'm like, this fucking guy just wrote college stories. He was in law school writing about getting laid and publishing it, and the more he wrote about it, the more he got laid. I'm like, it's like exponential asshole, but yet there's a part of you that's jealous. You're like, fuck, man, why didn't I do that? I should have done that too. Shit, man, the story. I don't even have that back rates.
Christian, get your shit in order. Get your shit in order. Fucking, I got all my shit in order. You're fucking flopping everything.
Oh, I'm sorry. My bad. I just was showing you one of my. Look at this. Look at my fucking room, dude.
Get your shit in order. I have everything in order. Fucking mute yourself for a second here.
Shit, you're not telling me anything that I don't tell myself every day. Go ahead. I want to see the rest of
Who
your
the
book.
Who the fuck is Joshua Loth Liebman? Who the fuck is that? Does anyone know?
Nope.
Oh, it looks like a good one. It says fucking. I like old. How old is this thing? Jesus. Oh, nice. Got a little. Whoa! Somebody wrote inside of it fucking a little message from 1954. Damn, that's fucking badass. Dude, this is from 1946? Holy shit. A word to the reader. Conscience doth make cowards. Psychoanalysis. The masks of conscience. Love thyself properly. This is going to be a good one.
Not improperly, properly.
Let's see here. I don't even know what the fuck. What is this? The Essential Zohar? What is that even? I don't even know what that
Zohan? Is that Adam Sandler movie?
No, not the Essential Zohar. The Essential Zohan. The Essential Zohar. I think he's some sort of philosopher or something.
That was funny.
Oh, it's something. It's. I guess it has something to do with the Kabbalah or something.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, I got fucking the Ranayama. Old ass book here. Jesus, these books are fucking old. How old is this one? This is from. This is from 1954. Dude, I love these old books, man. Oh, dude, look at this original copy of 1984 here.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
Like first edition.
It's a lot bigger.
It's
a lot bigger. It's a lot thicker too.
Is that a first edition?
I'll tell you. Oh my God, 1949 copyright.
Nice. Hold on to that,
dude. Picked it. Got it. Oh, see, this is what I mean, Antonio. I'm coming across, this is Donald Lee Williams. Now it's getting to the point where I'm starting to come across all these other people's writing about Carlos. This says a psychological perspective on Carlos Castaneda's path of knowledge.
Hey,
So it's
Dan,
like-
where did you get all these books? Where did you get them from? One place?
I go to estate sales, garage sales, and libraries.
Nice.
Carlos Castaneda's Don Juan novels have excited the world for a dozen years. But what did the images and events in them mean? Here for the first time is a thorough psychological examination of Castaneda's work. Using dreams, fairy tales, and mythic and cultural parallels, the author brings Carlos's spiritual journey down to earth, showing that everyone's search for emotional balance and self-realization involves crossing borders between the tonal and the nahawal, consciousness and the unconsciousness. It's such a oh shit, damn dude, it's gonna be a good one. Fuck me. God damn, dude, these are so old. Oh, I got this book, the Truth About the Truth.
It's all lies.
The Truth About the Truth, deconfusing and reconstructing the postmodern world. Sounds kind of interesting. Let's see here. We got Great Expectations. I think a first edition by Charles Dickens. He's one of those authors I always like to collect his works.
Yeah, he's like the original Stephen King. He really was just a great storyteller. Gifted storyteller.
All right, next pile here.
I'll be right back. I gotta take the dog out for a shit. Sorry.
All right, cool.
All right. Oh, hold on, phone ring. Yo.
Hey, Anthony, I don't know if you hear me.
What's going on, man?
I do.
I have to give it to you. That's the best THC oil tutorial I've ever seen.
Yeah, it's common sense, mate. It's common sense.
No, but when you say it's practice, a lot of it is practice. Like, yeah, you can see from the way you're moving things around. You know, you've got dexterity. You know, at one point you're pouring stuff out from a bag, and the way you collapse the bag to make sure you don't lose any. But yeah, just the know-how you explain, you know, and the equipment where you tell people how to get the kind of modulator that is used for routers, you know, by carpenters and joiners, you know, to change the voltage.
Yes, yeah. I'm glad you picked that up. Yes, it's there you go, and you can make a nutraceutical product if you. And like I said, there's a fridge out there that I'm testing. It's costs $168, and if you do a few little tricks to it, you can turn it into a cryogenic fridge.
Right, huh?
So my fridges cost about 25 grand. When you go below minus 80, minus 40, the entire plant, and just allow the cannabinoids through. Fridges, $168, mate. It's 2 cubic foot. That's all you need. It's amazing. But anyway.
Yeah. Cool. So I tell you what you should, what you could do. If you just had a display of the equipment with the name of what each thing is, like this fridge, because yeah, I mean, normally you can't lower the temperature that much to, you know, to extract.
These at minus 20 C, which is really good.
So yeah, I'm going to be making some THC because I've got this thing on my face that I'm a bit suspicious of. So
okay, well, just don't forget, Antonio, there's a scale. So if you look at the entirety of the plant, when you freeze things, there's a scale of what you actually lock up. Locking up means what doesn't pass through, just allows THC. So the more THC, like 60, 70, 80, 90, that means you've locked up more of the lipids. Temperature does that. Temperature and time. So give it 24 hours at minus 20 and then filter it in the process, and you'll come out with an oil around about 80.
So what's the best
80 and above.
What's the best alcohol to use? Because I've been using naphtha.
It really depends. You know, if you have an alcohol still, make your own. You go and buy yourself 100 gallons of red wine, and that would make you around about 10 gallons of 190 proof. Yeah, Baba. Oh my gosh, that's beautiful, Baba. Yeah, if you get 100 gallons of red wine, yeah, you make about 10 gallons of about 190. And that alcohol is what you use to as a solvent for your removal of cannabinoids. And
so say again, red wine.
Oh yeah, red wine. Look, see, for a long time, not only did I know what alcohols work better than other alcohols, but if you have a position where you can make your own alcohol, I would use and make red wine alcohol. That's it. It removes the THC from the plant. Unbelievable, especially at low temperature. It doesn't allow any no chlorophyll, no waxes, no fats. Yeah, it's pretty amazing.
Right.
Simple, red wine, and then basically you just run it through the still. So when you run it through the still, so if you get let's say a 12% Merlot, and then you run it through the still the first time. Just say you got a 50 gallons and you run it the 50 gallons. When you run it the first time, it will 30% alcohol, maybe 40%. Then you run it that'd be the third time. It'll come out around about 70% if you don't have. And then the fourth time, it will come out, high 80s, if not the 90s. That's if you got a shitty still.
Right. Huh.
You can do, and those degrees of alcohol I just explained to you is from a water distiller. So you can actually take a red wine alcohol to around the high 80s, 90% in the fourth run, and that is just for water distiller. Nutriteam is the ones that sell the best product out there. It's about a 375 watt, just made for they're calling it essential oil extraction. They're good. They're lower wattage, and that's what you need. You need lower wattage for alcohol.
Right.
Yep. 375 watts. Yeah, but anyway, that's all you need to know. And if you can't get that, just get any water distiller. Just means you have to get the outer connection where you can actually reduce the voltage, so you can actually manipulate the wattage that goes into the unit. That's about it. Simple, man. The rest is just experiment.
Do it. Once you do it, you'll get better and better and better and better and better and better and better.
I've done it with naphtha alcohol before.
Yeah. And you know what, Antonio? There's no wrong or right way. I have just found a way that works better for the body, and I didn't come up with this. I've just just really just a lot of research, and I haven't come to this equation of how this process works. But the best things for removing cannabinoids from the cannabis, the hemp, the ruddialis, and a few other plants is alcohol.
Right.
It does an actual photocopy. It removes everything. And temperature that you want.
Temperature is what? Say again. Temperature is?
Temperature allows what you want to lock up in that constituent, in that alcohol. So if you don't want the lipids, fats, and waxes, if you're going to smoke this product, you want to limit those fats, those waxes, those lipids. You just don't want them through.
Yeah, well, I'm not going to smoke it. I'm going to use it topically because I've got this here.
Okay, topically? Okay, so if you're going to be doing it topically, well, basically, yeah, you can do two things. You can actually have a cleaner product. Just means If you make a tincture or an ointment, it just means THC or the CBD in that will be much higher. So if you do it unfiltered, it's around about 40%. If you do it through the technique I just told you, you'll double that.
Oh, that's the good shit right there. Woo-wee, 80%. All right, sorry to interrupt you, boys, but I'm going to finish this shit off.
Yeah, good, man. Go for it.
Got an old-ass book here. History. Anything that says this type of shit, I'm going to get it, because I like to see all the old maps, and I know there's going to be flat Earth references in these types of books. It has, it's called The History of the Ancient World, and it's very, very old. It's very, very old. How old is this fucking book here? This book is for. It's got a lot of maps and a lot of maps in this one,
Nice.
which is why
that would be interesting to look at.
Yeah. Now, I don't know how old it is. Let's see here. Oh, nice. There's a earliest map right there. I can't. Whoa, pages are falling out. It's really old. All right. Well, that's enough of that. It's an old book. The calm technique, meditation without magic or mysticism. The calm technique. That's probably a good technique. A calm technique. Another one of these. I don't know why I got it. I have 1 million copies of it. Journey to Exelon.
I have not read that.
You've never read this one? This is the first one I read.
Nope.
Actually, yeah. This is the first Carlos Castaneda book I read. It totally hooked me.
Yeah, no, I've never read it. I'll have to get that.
Journey to Exelon, The Lessons of Don Juan. That shit totally... The Lessons of Don Juan. In Journey to Exelon, Carlos Castaneda brings to a new height his account of the teaching of Don Juan. If anything, it is more strangely beautiful and provocative than his first 2 books. It is truly another world, foreign enough to make us suspend judgment. And Castaneda's achievement is that he makes it tangible for us. I already got this book, but always good to have a double copy of it. Joseph Campbell, Primitive Mythology and the Masks of God. Oh, this is somebody on Twitter yesterday was. Actually, it was stupid ass, pathetic Neil deGrasse Tyson, and he was. Is the anniversary of the 60 years of that Sputnik was launched 60 years ago, and I'm like, you're. What did I say to him? I said something about like a rapper or some rapper. I said, and I quoted and I tagged the rapper or something. I'm like, this person has done more. And then I tagged Bill Nye the Science Guy and Neil deGrasse Tyson. Then both of you fucking clowns combined. And I'm always trolling those fucking idiots on Twitter. And so I got this, the history of Sputnik. So the Sputnik, the shock of the century, in honor of the 50th anniversary of the Sputnik launch. So stupid. So it's going to have on October 4th, 1957, America looked up at the sky and caught its breath. Soaring through space was the Soviet satellite Sputnik. With its launch, the Soviets had won the space race and demonstrated their unsurpassed technology. How about you're a bunch of fucking liars? And yeah. The Cold War is all bullshit. The space race is all bullshit. It's the same thing as fucking Hulk Hogan and Andre the Giant. No fucking difference. And I actually got the hardcover of the book that he had, The Hero with 1,000 Faces. And this is the hardcover to his book there. Classic. Joseph Campbell is one of, although there's people that call Joseph Campbell and Alan Watts like agents. Did you know that, Antonio?
No.
Yeah, Aldous Huxley and Alan Watts and Joseph Campbell were all like British secret agents, and they came in from over there to infiltrate the Americas and with their spooky ideas.
Yeah.
It's so stupid. All right, only 2 more small piles. What are you doing there? You rolling a spliff or something?
Me? No, I'm putting this together.
Oh, okay. What is that? An astrolabe or something?
No, one of those super precision gyroscopes.
Oh, okay.
So I'm putting it together here.
Nice.
For some experiments that I'm hoping to take to academia.
Nice. Oh, you'll really like this one. I mean, a true classic right here. Hyperspace by Michio Kaku.
Oh, wow.
A scientific odyssey through parallel universes, time warps, and the 10th dimension. The transparent self. I have no idea who this author is. Sidney M. Joe Rand, I don't know, but looks pretty good. Yeah, I mean, yeah. Shall I permit my fellow men to know me as I truly am, or shall I seek instead to remain an enigma and be seen as someone I am not?
Mm-hmm.
Black Elk. Black Elk speaks.
Ooh.
Being the life story of a holy man of the Oglala Sioux, as told through John G. Neinhardt. Flaming Rainbow apparently is another dude.
You know, have you heard of Renee Casey, who made the tea called Essiac? A cancer-curing tea.
No.
So there's this tea called Essiac tea, and it was basically put together by this nurse in the 1920s and 30s, before the Rockefellers took over the medical industry, and she was treating people with cancer. The recipe, and it's basically three different leaves dried and blended together. You make an infusion, a tea out of it, drink it, keep drinking it until your tumor's gone. So she got the ingredients from an old missionary who had been converting the savages of the Oglala clan. So the guy who was at the time, this is in the 1800s, this very old missionary had a huge scar on her chest that the nurse was, treating. She saw this huge scar and she said, "What's this?" And she said, "Oh, I had a large tumor. And the chief of the tribe told me to take this." So I did. So the chief of the tribe at the time, after he was killed, was Chief Running Bear. This is the Oglala. The Oglala people, they knew how to cure cancer. You had a tumor, oh yeah, you take this. That's why. Oh man, I mean, we have aspirin. We have aspirin from them, and we have vitamin C from them. Do you know?
I didn't know that.
Yeah, travesties, man.
It's interesting because Joseph Campbell has an. It says on the back of the Black Elk. He has a quote. It says, "The experience of Black Elk comes to one great statement, which for me is a key statement to the understanding of myth and symbols." Joseph Campbell in an interview with, Bill Moyers. Interesting. I passed on his books earlier. I didn't. Damn it! I knew I should have bought those Bill Moyers books. I didn't buy those though. Fuck and whatever. But,
I tell you who was an interesting guy. What's his name? Ambrose Bierce, the guy who wrote the Devil's Dictionary to the Underground.
I never heard of him.
Oh, dude! When you look into this, dude, you'll be like, there you go. Next rabbit
hole.
Yeah, just what a
classic here. Fucking. That's not all, folks. It's the life of the life in the golden age of cartoons and radio by Mel Blanc.
Nice.
Oh yeah, dude. I I grew up with fucking Looney Tunes. As a matter of fact, let's see how they spell Looney Tunes.
Yeah.
In this book, it should say Tunes, not, or sorry, Toons, and they changed it to the spelling the correct way. Damn it! It's gonna be in here. I guarantee you, it's gonna be in here. Obviously, I'll find it and then I'll prove it wrong, unless they changed it in this book somehow, and I'm in a different timeline. Oh, look at that! The original Bugs Bunny sketch. And what's up, Doc? Dude, I love it. I picked up this book. I don't know who Stuart Wilde is, but it looks he sounds familiar. Infinite Self. With profound brilliance and humorous irreverence, Stuart Wilde choreographs the mysteries of life into a series of practical steps we can use and master for ourselves. Oh yeah, the reason I got this book is because it says this right here. It says 33 steps to reclaiming your inner power, and I'm like, oh, I like that number. I'll buy that one. Let's see here. Oh, I got this. I bought obviously I bought the original It here. Fucking thick as hell. The size of this thing.
The guy enjoys writing. That's why he's so good at it, because he enjoys it.
Who's that? Stephen King?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess so. But obviously, I have to get It in commemoration of the new movie that was released. Got Siddhartha here by Herman Hesse.
Yeah.
I think he's a classic guy. I don't know much about him, but I think he's one of those classic dudes. Noble.
Is that it? Is there any other subtitle under that?
It just says his most famous novel, Siddhartha.
Okay. It's just I read one called Siddhartha, The River Knows.
Ah, The River Knows. It sounds nice. I have no idea who this fucking author is. Douglas Adams. I think has something. I think this is the guy. Oh, is this the guy who did the freaking Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy?
He was freaking brilliant. He's my favorite all-time writer.
Really?
Yes.
Dude, I got both these books for free.
You should read his Dirk Gently novels.
The Restaurant at the End of the Universe, and Life, the Universe, and Everything. These were in the free section, so I mean, I'm gonna take these books. They're free. And all right, and only like 4 or 5 more books, and I get to tell the story of how I tricked an old lady. So it's here. Sun Tzu for Art of War for Success. How to use the art of war to master challenges and accomplish the important goals in your life. I've already read The Art of War. Oh yeah, okay. So listen, I was wondering. I'm like, did I fucking read this book already? Why does this seem so familiar? The reason why it seems so familiar is because I've read Sun Tzu's For Managers. It said for managers, like managing and learning how to be a manager. And this one is Sun Tzu for Success. So apparently there's a series of, that's pretty smart. Oh, there it is, exactly. Look, at the bottom, it says Gerald Michelson, author of Sun Tzu, The Art of War for Managers. Exactly. Fuck yeah, cool. Now I can read this one. Hell yeah, for success. That was cool. Awesome. A conscious person's guide to relationships. Obviously, love without.
The problem with that is when you've got a conscious person in a relationship who's in a relationship with an unconscious person who doesn't know that they're unconscious.
Yeah, that's usually the case, Antonio.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Love without tears. Most people find that their relationship or with their lover or mate roller coasters between pleasure and pain. This remarkable breakthrough book will show you how to gradually create a high level of love and enjoyment you've wanted to share with someone you live with. Oh, I've never lived with my partner ever, so that would be quite interesting. Let's see here. Yeah, I mean, Ken Keyes Jr. He looks like a cool ass dude. Yeah, it's interesting. Oh, I almost freaking passed up on this. I have so many Zen books that I overlook it now because Zen saved my life. Besides Bob and the Flat Earth, and I mean, I was just going conspiratard, just losing it and going too far down the rabbit hole and can't find the way out. The dark, crossing the lost in the river of tears, and so I almost passed this book. And then I pulled it out and I realized that the author is fucking Suzuki, one of the legendary influences on Alan Watts, and actually one of the main people responsible for bringing the Eastern traditions of Zen over and translating it to the Western people for us. And then Alan Watts took his work even further. But yeah, this is Zen in Japanese culture, and this is a very, very thick book, and this is going to be amazing. So, yeah, I'm pumped about this. Oh, shit, I got myself some free, I love getting the free bookmarks. Oh, okay. This one was interesting. It caught my eye. Excuse me. This is Joseph Campbell here. But it's The Inner Reaches of Outer Space. I've never heard of this book by him. So, yeah, The Inner Reaches of Outer Space. I want to see what old Joseph Campbell has to say about metaphor as myth, myth and as religion. Yeah, this is going to be interesting here. Very interesting. Look at this fucking shit. And so here's the last book that I got, and let me tell you the little story about it. So I got this book right here.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
A biography of Sir Francis Bacon. You see this? You see the price there?
Yeah.
So it's regularly $20, and it was on sale for $9. But me being a pupil of Robert Anton Wilson, he one of his quotes is, "Reality is what you can get away with." And so I it's too much money. I'm not paying $9 for a fucking book here. And so I simply put this book at the bottom of the stack, and when I brought it up to them, because I knew that she wouldn't look at the sticker. And so while the book pile was in front of her, I distracted her with a question about another book, and just to doubly make sure that, so I didn't have to go, oh, that's $9. Let me put that back. I just didn't feel like so I threw out a little distraction question about another book, and not only that, she counted my book pile wrong. I had like 12 books in the book pile, and she only counted 8. And so I'm like, all right, well, it's $8. And actually, this book is $9, and so I just thought that was
she knew what she was doing, Dan. She did. She knew what she was doing. She saw you, and she thought, yeah, this guy can have a few more today.
Actually, you know what? You're probably right there.
Come on, it's not hard to count how many boxes somebody has stacked in front of you. It's not like you're gonna not know, you know.
Yeah, but those are all my those are all the books I got, and I got this National Geographic for sale, or for free. It's from my birth year, August 1985, and so. And there was some free books. Oh, I was so pissed off. They're from 1962, 63, 64, 65, and 67. Definitely was going to get the 68 and 69 ones, but they were gone because I wanted to, obviously the moon landings and shit. But those were already gone. Yeah, I mean, like that's a good. I mean, what is that? I spent $18 and then 8. So I spent $26 total for all that.
You did good.
Yeah.
You did Douglas Adams book. I was listening before, but I couldn't. You did really good with the Douglas Adams book. I was surprised. I thought you were joking when you said you hadn't heard of him.
Me too.
Yeah, because that's like Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
Yeah, I've heard of that. I've never read that book, and I've only watched like half of that movie.
Well, there was a show. There used to be a show that's like pretty much an iconic. Like the humor in those books are quintessential. Like they really are. There's so many things that are so humorous. So, Antonio, what was the one thing? The Infinite. What was the name of that thing? I don't remember if it was in the movie. It was
the Infinite Probability. The Infinite Probability Drive.
The Infinite Probability Drive. Oh my God, that is the funniest thing ever.
That's.
Hold on. I'm just shouting out. You've been exposed real quick. Sorry. Is that the real You've Been Exposed out there? What's up, fam? What's up, Dredd? I'm gonna wrench you. Are you still out there? Is that the real you? Just let me know. Say yeah. I mean, it looks like you. It looks like you've been exposed, and it's got your avatar. But those tricky ass trolls, they fucking lie. But if it's you, I'm gonna give you a wrench. Are you still out there? Type yeah, or it's fucking me, ass clown. Let's see here. Yeah, okay. All right, cool. Awesome, man. You're getting a wrench. Yeah, man. Everyone should go subscribe to You've Been Exposed. Antonio, Faceless Enigma.
Anthony THC.
He's got. Oh yeah, and Anthony THC.
Yeah.
Yeah, good people, man. Good fucking people. I already have Zen in the Art of Motorcycle Maintenance. Obviously, I already got that one. I'm just reading some of the.
Yeah, so Dan,
I'm reading some of the. What's up,
Dan? With Douglas Adams, okay. In the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, the device that drives the spaceship is called the Infinite Probability Drive. Okay, it gets you there by eliminating all the other possibilities. Right?
Sounds like Robert Anton Wilson, actually.
The universe is governed by a precedent. And the president of the universe is a hyper-intelligent shade of blue caught in a prism.
That's fucking amazing.
Yep. It's freaking... I couldn't believe it when you said you didn't know it. I really thought you were kidding.
No, I was serious. That's the whole reason I got on. Like, these books look... It said something about the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. That was the only reason why. I was like, I'll just pick them up for free. Might as well.
A little tidbit of information about Douglas Adams. He played with Pink Floyd during the Pulse tour because he was always friends with them, and they actually helped support that show financially. And they've always been friends. Floyd also helped Monty Python too, but Douglas Adams and Pink Floyd were always friends. And if you look at some of the photography during the Pulse tour, Douglas Adams came up because he plays guitar a little bit too. I guess good enough that they invited him on stage to play with them. So I thought that was an interesting fact. You know.
Yeah. But for comedy, I mean, the guy was a genius. He was, dude. I'm telling you, don't read it in public. Don't read either of those books in public. You know.
Wait, why?
Just you'll just end up like embarrassing yourself by peeing your pants.
Yeah. Oh, laughing out loud.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, peeing your pants.
It's brilliant. It's absolutely brilliant humor. It's British humor, but I mean, it's just so much better than American humor. It's not lowbrow humor. You're an intelligent person, so you're gonna get it. I mean, you remember that thing with the answer to life is 42?
42.
I mean, who would come up with that?
Yeah, but you looked up. Did you look up the meaning of it though?
Well, it was really all about the question. It's that they asked the wrong question, but I know there is more speculation.
I'm gonna look it up right now.
All right, go ahead, look at it.
I forgot it.
It was just like a. They didn't. The question wasn't right.
Yeah.
No, it has a translated meaning. Hold on, check out the meaning. Hold on. It means so listen. It says the number 42 is. I'm sorry. It says what the fuck? What the fuck? Oh, wow, there's a lot of translations about what it means.
There isn't one. This is the thing. There really isn't one. Okay, so people conjure up. He knew what he was doing. It's basically a tool. The number 42 is a linguistic tool so that he can give a reason for these guys who had this most intelligent computer possible, who was asked, what's the meaning to life, the universe, and everything? And the answer, after so many hundreds of thousands of years, have a great big ceremony, and it tells them the answer. The answer is 42. And they're like, what the hell does that mean? I go, well, it's a different question. So to calculate the answer for that, you'll need this other thing. And this other thing is a biological type computer, which is going to be this thing called the planet Earth, with humans being run and experimented on by lab mice who are studying how they behave when they die, when they, start twitching and everything. Freaking awesome.
Yeah. I'm gonna hand the link to You've Been Exposed, because he said he wants to speak to you when he gets a chance. So might as well just invite him on now and have him speak to you live. Or if you're too busy, and if it's the conversation's meant to be private, then obviously don't come on, Dred. But you're welcome to come on, and I just handed you the link. So if you want to come on and talk to Antonio, and I'm probably going to close out the Hangout after you speak your mind, because I'm done with all my books. I'm kind of getting hungry, and I want to slack off a little bit and
slack off.
Slack off.
The subgenius needs his slack.
It must have my slack.
Now I got to point out something about the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, and this might sound crazy, but I think that certain writers, such as Stephen King, such as Douglas Adams, who I don't think they had, you look at the thing they created, and it's amazing, and they didn't have, when they stepped into and began writing, they didn't have it all planned out. They just sort of stepped into it and created. Stephen King will say the same thing about the Dark Tower series. I don't know if any of you guys have read that.
Yes.
But he didn't know, right. Okay, it's brilliant. It's like the Lord of the Rings of today. It's one of the best things I've ever read. And I avoided it for years because I was into Stephen King primarily for horror back in the day. And I avoided the Dark Tower like the plague because I had no interest in it. But once I read it, I realized that the Dark Tower was not only the best thing he ever wrote, but it was central to everything he ever wrote. And every other book he ever wrote had some kind of relation to the Dark Tower that I believe was beyond his own understanding. I think that he had an obsession with the Dark Tower that was buried so deep in his subconscious that even he avoided writing it, even took like a 7-year break from writing it.
Yeah, it was his,
I think it goes
wife. It wasn't it? It was his wife who persuaded him to get back.
Yes, well there was another gap though. He did begin writing it, but if you remember when he got into his accident, I think it was between book 3 and 4, he left the entire world on such a cliffhanger for so long that some old lady wrote a letter to him saying, I'm going to die and I'll have no idea how this story's going to end. Can you just tell me? And he was like, I have no idea. He stopped in the middle of it. He didn't think he was going to finish it because he knew it was an overwhelming task. He almost himself was like, I don't know. He knew that the Dark Tower, he didn't understand
Stephen King?
Why.
Yeah.
Yeah, you should read about it. It's pretty crazy, like the whole Dark Tower in him.
We got a guest pop in here. It
took him 30 years, I think, to write it.
We got an all-star in the house.
Oh, what's up, Dred?
We got
really.
We got a flat earth elite in the house.
How you doing?
What's good with y'all? How y'all doing, man?
All good.
Yeah, thanks for stopping on, man. I appreciate it. Yeah, speak your mind. I'll mute myself.
Oh nah, I was gonna talk to him in the back chat. It's a little private conversation. But I
Oh,
still
okay.
wanted to jump on and show some love to the brothers. Y'all doing tremendous work, and I appreciate you letting me on, man. But how's everybody doing though? How's everybody doing?
All good.
Oh, doing
Yeah.
great. Just finished going over all my book list, all my new books, and I'm running out of room in my fucking room. Look at my room here. My room is wait, hold on. You got where is it? Hold on. Where is it? Wait, I got books all over the fucking ground. I got those
Oh,
boxes these boxes are full of fucking. It's just no fucking room anymore.
You got to turn that into a library, man.
Yeah, I am. That's what I'm doing. I'm trying to build a. Actually, I'm gonna call this chick after I get off, and I want to talk to her and see if I can like partner up with her and like create my own little section in her store, because she has a section that's not like done.
Oh,
I'm like,
okay.
why don't you do? I'll take control of that little section, and it's I don't know. I really want this idea to come through. It's so hard to get your own what's it called, base station or studio. Like Joe Rogan has his own studio. Like Dredd, you got your own fucking studio. You know, you got it's with all your screens, and then your sidekick who brings up all the footage on YouTube and articles that Joe Rogan does that he has. It's like Alex Jones's fucking studio. Alex Jones has a base station guarded studio in Texas that no one could fuck with him. Like
I'm actually working on something like that. I'm in the process. I ordered a lot of stuff, and yeah, Alex Jones kind of gave me the idea. So I'm gonna have, I'm gonna change up the background. I'm gonna have the monitors behind me, and have a big monitor on the side of me. With like different news articles popping up on it, and especially when it comes to flat Earth and a lot of hoax and stuff like that. So yeah, I'm in the process.
You have a very good
that.
presentation. You have a real nice presentation, Jerry. You know how to do your OBS or whatever it is you're using.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of, I was glad that I was using Open Broadcaster, and like I said, man, you don't have to have the best internet speeds. I would advise any, especially flat earthers, or any true speakers, to use Open Broadcaster to keep from getting hacked. Me and Tim has been going back and forth due to the fact that I'm telling people how to keep him from hacking them, and so he's upset with me about that a little bit. But I look at it like this: if he can't hack nobody, he no longer has a voice. He has to crawl to his little channel and be by himself. He won't be able to come on your channel and talk all the trash if everybody was to stop using just the Google Hangouts to go live. They use Open Broadcaster. So I'm gonna keep on promoting that, man. I'm gonna keep on putting information out. I actually got a video, a tutorial video on how to use it. Actually, I did a whole.
Good. I was just gonna say, I have it too. I have Linux, and I need somebody to show me.
Yeah, I actually did a whole podcast based on just showing everybody how to use Open Broadcaster. So
I'm gonna check that out.
I noticed that you're not on YouTube so much anymore, because you're switching to Twitch, and I follow you on Twitch now, and that's like way better.
Yeah. Twitch is a better platform because we don't have to go through all the censorship that YouTube is having. I think Vegan Warrior just got he got another strike on his brand new channel already when he reported on the Las Vegas hoax. So
right, so Twitch.
Right, twitchtv.com. So I think Globebusters, they got a strike recently, and they uploaded the same video on Twitch, and the video is still up. You don't have to worry about it, on Twitch. So
I see a lot of people going over to Twitch now.
Most important thing, if somebody was to even attempt to hack you on Twitch, they're going to jail, because Twitch will track their IP address, and it's a minimum of 15 years sentence for hacking.
Nice.
Whoa. Right. Wow, that's intense.
Twitch, guys. Twitch.
I've been saying that for a while. We need YouTube has become such a saturated platform for flat Earth, and we need something else.
Yeah, eventually.
It's untapped. Listen, it's almost like I consider it as untapped resources. The only difference between us and the elites, we're not gonna go into and take the resources and then slave everybody over there. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna go over there and build. I see it's a new audience, and every day when I go live, I see a lot of gamers coming in like, "Yo, what is this flat Earth thing is about?" And that's what I love about it, because now we're waking up people that don't know anything about flat Earth at all. You understand what I'm saying? So. Yeah, man, we should go over there, because I keep telling people, you know, they're like, "Yo, Dre, you shouldn't tell people." I say, no, it ain't about that. It's about getting information out there. I'm gonna tell everybody. You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
It reminds me. It reminds me of like I don't know. I guess I stumbled upon the Church of the Subgenius because of Robert Anton Wilson. I was always talking about it in his books, and yeah, and so I joined them. I sent my money and I get my package and my instructions and how to subvert the government and get my slack back. And what you're saying, it's like you get a whole new platform, like Twitch, and a whole new audience and new people and new ways to spread the good news and flat Earth stuff, or anything you want. And now that I've completely and utterly infiltrated the Subgenius. I've talked to the co-leaders now, and this is getting like it's very strange because the artwork of the Subgenius is flat. It's a flat Earth model, and
they're supportive of this. I was wondering that because I was actually looking on their website. I looked at the whole thing with I was actually looking at the ordained minister shit. After watching your video, I got interested in it, so I was curious of how supportive they've been of your.
Oh, you can do. They have their own podcast. They have groups on Facebook. And actually, the group of the Subgenius on Facebook. I shared one of my videos recently, the Terrence McKenna going into the mystery video, and I found my first cousin through that, and his dad's name is Bob. And I'm like, what? And I'm like, it's just totally fucking crazy. Like. I found my first cousin. It's fucking crazy. He's a Subgenius. It's Uncle Bob. It's like it's totally mind blowing. And I know, and I read the articles that the Subgenius Church of the Subgenius has been around for a long time. They're on Time magazine. Was gonna say these people. It's a real religion, and they want you to be successful, and they tell the truth they mix the truth with lies. It's the same thing, but the thing is that they tell the truth about that. That's the thing. They're telling the truth about mixing the truth with lies, and they encourage you to do the same thing. And I find like I know I'm like stuttering and stumbling right now because I have so many thoughts going through my head, but I was reading the articles written by the leaders of the Subgenius in like 1990, in the mid 90s, and they're talking about the flat Earth. They're totally they've been talking about the flat Earth for decades and decades, and they're like, the flat Earth theory. What about the bowl Earth theory? The bowl Earth theory is that we're living inside of the bowl of Bob Dobbs, and like the pipe that he smokes, the bowl of the pipe, and they add the flat Earth. The whole thing is just it's so screwy and wacky. And now that I realize that I can steal all the Subgenius's work, and it's working, and it's causing people to get angry and triggering them, and like I wished it would, that people would actually look into it and join. And just like you were thinking about looking into it, and so obviously other people are doing it. It's like I'm not asking for money. I'm telling you to give your money to Bob, because you get your eternal salvation back, or triple your money back, guaranteed. Like, it's true. Like you only spend $35, but you're guaranteed to make your money back. I've instantly, as soon as I bought the Bible, there's three of the Bibles of the church. There's three main Bibles of the Church of the Subgenius. The first one you can buy for like $4 or $5, really cheap, if you get lucky. Usually around $10 to $15. The second book is around like $20 or $25, but the third Bible is like $35 or $50. But You can find them for really cheap, and I bought all of it. And in one of the books that I ordered and got, one of the lady sent me a check. She said, "Sorry that the book is not in good condition. Here's a full refund." And I'm like, "What?" So I immediately got my $35 back. And I'm like, "Okay." I'm like, "This thing is real." It's like, it is real. Like, they said that I'd get my money back, and I didn't even ask for it. And not only that, but it was inside of the Bible, the book, and it's like, it wasn't even damaged. The book wasn't damaged at all. She was just like, felt that or something, and I'm like, okay, and I okay, whatever. It's like, and this is just further proof. That was proof then, and now this, when I found my cousin recently, and my uncle's name is Bob. I'm still like shocked about it. I couldn't believe it. But yeah, I and a lot of people don't talk to me because I did the blood over intent, and because I'm a subgenius. So since, but I do these things on purpose because I like you think gonna go with Quasi-Luminous and go to the fucking North Pole on his little mission? No, I'm not. I'm gonna do my own thing. I'm gonna get my own boating license and piloting license and do everything myself. I don't need fucking instructions from fucking people who get arrested and probably it's like, I have no problem with go ahead, do your little, like, not, if you think that shit is evil, then you're fucked up in the brain. Like, you are totally conspiratarded. That's the whole reason why I did it, because I don't want your conspiratarded ass around me. You pathetic globe conspirators with fear. I'm gonna inflate you with fear and tense. I hope your whole body, all the cells in your bodies get filled with tenseness, and you're about to explode with fear. Because I don't give a shit about your conspiratardiness. I've been trying to get you out of your conspiratardiness, and you don't give a shit. So I'm just gonna make you as tense as possible, make you think that I'm evil. I don't care. I enjoy people. Oh my God, he's an evil Satanist. He did blow. Good. Now certain people don't talk to me. Oh, you don't talk to me more. You don't say hi in the chat room. Here's the thing about chat rooms, people. When I go to You've Been Exposed Red's chat room, everyone says hi to me. When I go to Antonio's shit, everyone says hi to me. When I see your little fucking games, people in the chat room. The Sun and Moon group. Here's the thing: if you do not say hi, then that means, oh, don't say hi to that person. Don't say hi to that person. Just ignore him. Pretend he's not there. Pretend he's not there. Just ignore him. I notice that shit, okay, people? I notice who says hi to me and who doesn't. And guess what? You may think that's a little dramatic, but guess what? I watch, I witness, I observe. And those people are full of fear.
I can tell you shit about the Sun and Moon group.
Please do.
Would you like to hear?
Go ahead.
Would you like to hear some fucking truth? Okay. Before the Sun and Moon group was anything, okay, it was a channel, maybe, I don't know, a few subscribers. That's not important. It's what was being done, okay? What was being done was they were trying to map the Earth. They were trying to make a flat Earth map. And I was trying to draw a flat Earth map. So she contacts me. This is Karen Petit. Contacts me. She's pestering, contacting me 3 or 4 times. Would I go on an off-air hangout with her and some people because they have something that I might be interested in, and they'd like to pick my brains, or they might be able to help or whatever. It's like, fine. I'm like, dude, I'm a bit busy, but yeah, sometime. So eventually I go on. What they've been doing is they've been taking topographical data from satellites and plotting it out layer by layer, as in topographical. Okay. I said, are you putting this right? First of all, when we start the hangout, she says, Antonio, just so you know, you can speak freely. This is not going to go live. This is not live. It's not going to go online or anything. I'm like, okay. I mean, I always speak freely anyway. Yeah. So I do. So I say, so what have you guys been working on? So they tell me millions and millions of data points and stuff, and they're telling me, and it's like, okay, so I'm like, okay, so you making a topographical map. How are you laying it out? And they don't want to answer. This is the guy with a big beard. Doesn't really want to answer. He skirts the subject, and I notice, okay? So I'm like, are you mapping it out on latitude and longitude? And he skirts the subject. And like, dude, I can see that you're a bit uncomfortable with me asking the question. If you're mapping it out with latitude and longitude, you're going to draw yourself a globe. That's what you're going to do. Okay? They didn't like to hear this. And they carried on. Well, no, all these data points and thermal imaging and various, like, you're going to redraw a freaking Google Earth. That's what you're going to do. I mean, that's the best you're going to do. The worst you're going to do is you're going to draw a topographical Gleason's style map that has the distorted lands to the south and the distorted lands to the north. So, you know, I don't know what else I can do for you, but, you know, I pretty much have to go. Okay? Now, this has taken 3 fucking hours of me hearing a lot of fluff, okay? A lot of padding. So it's like, okay, 3 or 4 days later, somebody says to me, oh, I didn't know you were on this Hangout. I'm like, what Hangout? She's put the Hangout on, okay? Only what she's done is she's edited out where she says, this is a Hangout that's not going to go live. It's not going to go on I'm like, okay. She's edited me saying, that's okay. You know, I speak handily all the time anyway. She's edited that out. She's edited out the bits where I'm saying, so tell me, when I'm saying, so tell me what you're doing, how you're mapping. She's left that in. But where I say, if you're using latitude and longitude, you're basically going to redraw Google Earth or the Gleason. She's cut that out. She cut that out. Okay. So it sounded like she had me saying, all right, yeah, this is interesting. Okay, tell me. She's left that in. But where I say you're going to spend 2 or 3 years and realize you've wasted your fucking time, she took that out. So it sounds like I'm saying, oh, that's all great.
Yeah, it sounds like
she's a fucking dishonest piece of shit. And I know that we're not supposed to say this about other human beings, but some human beings really are dishonest pieces of shit. They really are. And this is one of them. And the guy, this Gary John, who's organizing an event here in the UK, to me, I used to go to raves, okay? I've not always been a clean living boy, okay? I used to do shit, right? I've been to raves. We used to get raided all the time by the police, okay? We used to know when somebody was a copper. You know, everybody's dressed in their dancing clothes, chilling, smoking, doing whatever. And there somebody is like straight away, bunk, that dude over there is a cop, okay? And yeah, ends up, he's a cop. Everybody starts looking at him and he fucks off. And after 20 minutes, a different guy comes in who's very much like him. This Gary John dude smells to me like a fucking infiltrator cop. That's what it smells like to me. So there you go. That's my opinion. But the Sun and Moon Group, I could be wrong about him being a cop, but the Sun and Moon Group and what she did, that is absolutely 100% true. And if anybody wants to know if it is true or not, ask her to upload the unedited version. That's it.
Yeah, I mean, that's all it is. Is that, I mean, I've been supporting of the Sun and Moon Group ever since they had freaking 100 subscribers. I mean, and I've been liking and always popping in the chat and saying hello and hi and like and share. And she said hello a couple of times, but over the past like say like 2 months, yeah, they just like even Nathan Oakley says fucking hi to me now. Like this is like Nathan will say hi to me. That like if Nathan says hi to me and the Sun and Moon Group don't, like that's a red fucking alert there, okay? Like
well, this is what it is, okay? And what I'm saying is about her and her channel. This is not about the other people who go on there. There are some people who go on there that are doing some really good work. And they go there because they don't know that this is a deceitful, dishonest woman. They don't know, okay? They've not stopped to think, wait a second, what does she do? What does she contribute? How does she contribute? She doesn't contribute with ideas. She doesn't contribute with observations.
Well, it's, you know, at least she has a platform, and she did get that one mainstream-ish article written about her.
Yeah, that made flat earthers look like shit.
I didn't read it.
Her face. If you're gonna be giving an interview, okay, and there's gonna be somebody taking down what you're saying and taking photos of you, brush your fucking hair and wash your face. Okay? And don't tell people stuff that you don't know. Like, for instance, that the boyfriend's beard sends him signals from the universe. That could be true, but it could be fucking false. Don't tell fucking people that are doing you an interview. What the fuck?
That seems to be the thing. That seems to be the thing. As soon as anybody gets any sort of interview or plate, they've got to insert some shit that's pure speculation and act as if it's truth. You know, and because Flat Earth is so much more about what we don't know. It's not about what we know. It's about what we don't know. You know, that's where it all starts. It's about what we know is it's not a globe. We might, just because we don't have, you know, the whole thing is, if you guys don't have a map, right, you got that whole shit going on, which is bullshit. How the fuck are we supposed to have a map? It's been like 2 years, 3 fucking years. How the fuck are we supposed to have an accurate full world map? It's not about that. Oh, if you don't have a map, if you don't have photographs of the edge, then you have no credibility. You know, it's all the same shit. So people just fill in the gaps and make up old bullshit. I've heard the craziest shit and make us all look stupid, and I'm like, oh fuck. That's why this whole thing goes down the tubes.
This is what I'm saying, okay? So she's in one of the photographs. She's holding a glass of wine with water in it at an angle like this, showing that the water's level. And she's explained to them that water always finds its level. So they translate this into, she says the earth is flat because water is always flat. It's like, okay, yeah, of course they're going to do that. These people think we're on a globe. They think gravity pulls water down, and in a glass you've got a tiny amount of curvature. That's what they would think, yeah? But it's undetectable, okay? Don't use fucking retarded things. Don't say water falls. If I pour water onto a ball, it falls off the ball. Don't use that as an example. They have a reason why that happens. We have a reason why that happens. It's the density, you know. Just don't use retarded examples. And that's what she did. And she made flat earthers in the UK look stupid, which is why they put it out there. They wouldn't have put it out there if it made people look like they were intelligent and intelligently questioning what they've been taught. They wouldn't have edited it. They wouldn't have released it.
Remember that guy, that asshole guy? His video went viral when he pulled that globe and he's like, "Oh, planes go this way and then they're upside down. That doesn't make." Remember that guy? And that shit went viral.
Yeah.
And I'm like, really? And they made fun of his sweater and everything. Yeah, he had a doofy sweater. Of course, because he's doing shit like that. Of course he's gonna have a fucking stupid sweater on. I'm just saying, like, that's the shit we're dealing with. That's the shit that goes viral. Is that?
They're gonna make sure they go viral because they need the people to continue to be gullible and dumbed down. So YouTube and all the people that have the power to make certain videos go viral or become trending, they're gonna push it. You understand what I'm saying? And that's why a lot of times when I watch a lot of these videos, you know, I tend to break them down or just go in on them because I know that the powers that be is the ones that's really promoting and pushing these stupid, very stupid videos.
Yeah, I seen you break down that mother video when she looked at her fucking dead son or daughter for less than 15 seconds and just walked away into the freezer. It's like, what?
Oh yeah.
Nobody would ever do that. That's not real.
They would have had to snatch me up out of there, man. I mean, and you know what the sad part about it is that people just don't get it. They're trying to start a race war. We see that. They want to create a race war. And of course, other things they have planned for us too. But that's one of their, so I call it their go-to. If they can get a race war started, and they can make it very easy for them to come in with the New World Order. You know, the police state.
Yeah, they're trying hard, man, but it's not working. It might work here and there for very brief moments, or it might turn out that those brief moments weren't real, okay? But the truth is, it's not working. It really isn't working. You know, you haven't got huge gangs of blacks going out to huge gangs of whites and that's not happening.
I agree. And that's the I'm sorry for cutting you off, but I agree with you 100%. And I believe that that's one of the main reasons why they come with the false flags and telling us 500 people just got shot. Because I remember when the Kanika or the girl walked into the freezer and died, that was like big news. But nothing happened. Nothing happened. The race war didn't start. Then what? A week later, or less than a week later, we got 500 people injured. 60, 70 some people shot dead. Like, oh my, it is insane. But you gotta what I've been doing, I've been kind of following very carefully these events. And I noticed that a lot of these events has been coming after the total solar eclipse. If you go back to the day of the total solar eclipse, look how many fucking events have occurred in the last just few months. They ramped it up because we had them by the balls. Everybody, we even had globe earthers questioning what was going on, scratching their head like, yo, this don't add up. You know, NASA's coming out talking about it's going to take us a few months to explain this. What you're a trillion, multi-billion dollar corporation, and it's going to take you months. You got all the resources at your disposal. Now, it might take a regular person like me a few months to put things together, but if I had NASA money, I could tell y'all how the total solar eclipse happened in a few minutes with that kind of money and resources. Like, come on. But yeah, man, they trying to throw us off and have us, you know, paying close attention to things that are fake, that are made up, that are orchestrated by them. Because this truth is hurting them, man.
You know, if you tally up, sorry, Dan, if you count up, because so we had the total solar eclipse, 21st of August. On the 7th of August, we had a lunar eclipse. Okay, if you tally up the degrees from the lunar eclipse to 14 days later, the moon doesn't have time to get in front of the sun. It falls short by about 14 degrees.
Remember that article? The lunar eclipse. They think that the lunar eclipse proves them correct. These flat earthers. It's like, what? What do you mean? It does. The moon doesn't go reverse all of a sudden. But to expound on what, to build on what Dredd was just saying about the race war, and about showing fake shit. So now that the Vegas shit happened, but did you see a day or possibly two maximum later? Did you see the body cam footage of the police officers with the black dude with the like a police bat? He was like a civilian, like cop or something like that, and he was protesting or something like that. I'm not quite sure what was going on there, but all of a sudden they were because he had a warrant out for his arrest, and he's like, they're starting to arrest him, and they put his hands behind his back, and all of a sudden he just took off and ran. And then the fucking piece of shit white cop, he's like, I'm gonna fucking kill you, and shot him. But here's the thing, okay, that's not real. Like I knew that.
I saw that, and you gotta, I don't know if you saw the part after they shot him, supposedly shot him dead. They tasered him while the body was on the ground. I'm like, that's a backward. Hey, that's the backward shit. Like, oh, you're gonna tase the dead body.
And
like,
then they handcuffed him.
And then they handcuffed him.
And then they handcuffed him.
And then there was a little bit.
Everyone's free.
There's a little bit of blood. I think I've seen a little bit of like a droplet of blood. Now, mind you, they shot, like, Lord knows how many rounds into the guy, and just a droplet of blood. That's it.
So I seen that video instantly. I seen it and I ignored it for like 6 hours. I seen it was floating around. I ignored it, and then I'm like, fuck it. I'm like, you know what? If I'm gonna be a truth seer, I'm gonna look at fucking everything. So I watch it, and immediately it's totally fucking fake. It's totally. It sounds like a fucking James Bond shots. And he goes down. It's totally staged. Oh my god! Look at these white cops killing this innocent black man. And, dude, it's all staged. It's not real. That actually was a PSYOP hoax to distract from the PSYOP hoax.
Yeah.
I agree.
They're totally fucking. Here, forget about the Vegas shit. Now focus on this guy and what? Get the fuck out of here! I'm not. It's all fucking staged, man. And I tell my dad this. My whole family thinks I'm fucking. I don't have any fucking friends anymore. I don't have any family. My whole family thinks I'm insane. I don't care. Dan, you sound insane. Dad, I sound insane to you because you're fucking sane. You're total. I said this to him. You're fucking sane. Dumb motherfuckers think that. Or sorry, what is it? Smart motherfuckers seem like dumb. Smart motherfuckers seem like crazy motherfuckers to dumb motherfuckers.
Yes.
Smart motherfuckers seem like crazy motherfuckers to dumb motherfuckers. And that's what you are, Dad. And I tell him, I said I'm done. Okay, Dan, I'm done, Dad. I'm done, family. I'm done, friends. I don't care if you think I'm fucking crazy. I'm gonna do this for the rest of my life. You're gonna think I'm crazy for the rest of my fucking life. I don't care. Bye.
You know, I found with my family anyway, I get a lot more headway. I make a lot more headway with questions. I don't tell them shit. I say, hey, how come the cameras, the body cams for those 3 or 4 cops walking around? There was a CNN or Fox or whatever news channel, they can't determine where the bullets, where the shots are coming from. It's like, how come that was the next day? How come that the camera, the date stamp is the following day? Those cameras, the witness cameras, they're supposed to be admissible in court. You can't have one with the wrong freaking time. So how come that's the wrong date? Just that, and let them fucking wonder about it.
Yeah, that's a better way of doing it. Ask questions. Just play like you don't know yourself. Because a lot of times when especially when you're dealing with family members, a lot of times when you come with it too hard, it turns them away. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I do too. I'm like you. I tend to ask them a lot of questions. I even ask them questions about the flat Earth. I'm like, how come I can zoom in on a boat that's supposed to went over this curve? How can I bring it back into out of view? And I show it to them, and they be scratching their head like, "Yo, that's a little odd." I use questions to get it to them.
It's funny you say that because I was just watching the other day you with Bro Sanchez and the Globelink, where he was debating the Globelink. I don't know when it was that you had it, but I was watching it the other day. And you asked him that. You said that this curvature thing that went away because, like, how come I can zoom in on the ship that's gone over the horizon? And the Globelink was, it's how it goes. Questions.
You're absolutely. I deal with the same shit, and they, my family, they still, like they ask me shit like that too. The flat Earth thing has definitely caused the divide. They're just like, oh. I don't understand what they think. They're like, with that one thing, I lost my mind. Meanwhile, they've always known me to be a very sane, level-headed person. They know that I don't deal in speculation. They know that I don't deal in beliefs. I will talk about my beliefs if you pry. I'll say, well, I think this is possible. I think that's possible. But that's another conversation. When they ask, like, they know that if they ask me, what do you think of this, then I'm going to give them a direct. This is what I think. This is what I've deducted from what I've seen, from everything I've seen, right? And they did ask me about of course they know that I'm into the flat Earth. That's cat's out of the bag with that. But they still respect my opinion about the other things. So they had asked me about the Vegas shooting. And one of the things I saw was that footage remember the one with the EMT running around? He was like trying to help everybody. You guys saw that footage?
Yeah, totally fake.
Okay, you saw it because let me tell you something. There was blood. Like when he checked the pulse on that girl, and you see like blood coming from her mouth and her teeth. And I'll tell you, and I'm not proud of this, I've seen a lot of blood in my life. I know what blood looks like. It changes colors as it dries. It's not uniform. The fucking blood that you saw in that video was Hollywood. It was so bright and shit. Like just the other. Okay, see my nose. Like just the other day, my fucking dog bit me on the nose. There was blood everywhere. That was just recent. I know how blood acts. And I've been in other places too that I'm not proud of that I won't mention, where I've seen significant amounts of blood. I know what it's like when someone gets injured and lots of blood comes out and how it acts. And it was fucking like paint, dude. It was so obvious. You see the way it came out of her mouth, it was on her teeth. Watch that video and look at the blood.
Nobody's in pain. Nobody's going, oh,
the blood was...
There's not one person. Not one person.
The blood was so fucking fake. It was so fucking fake. The blood was not real.
He's asking every single person the same question. There's a pulse. There's a pulse. No one's talking. None of the people responded. Not a single person responded. They're just going around touching these people. What? You're not helping. You're not doing anything. They're all laying in the same position. They're all not responding. If they had pulses, why aren't they fucking responding?
It was laughable. It was laughable.
Anyway,
ignore that?
They don't go around touching pulse. Okay, if you're highly tense, you're not going to notice. Okay, they go listening for breath or for gargling from the throat. That's what they do. They put the ear right up. That's what they do. He reaches for a pulse and then she starts spitting up. It was like, all right, so like that was part of the route. That was part of the shtick.
Oh, absolutely.
I'm going to check your pulse. Start spitting blood out. You can see we're sticking to her teeth and shit. I'm like, really? Like, really?
Shit's Hollywood, man.
Dude, people even knew. Actually, they knew. They heard the shots through the loudspeakers, and they knew it was fake.
They recruited a lot of those people from the Floyd Mayweather Conor McGregor fight. They were actually recruiting crisis actors then.
You're joking.
Yeah, I got I was doing a live stream
because of all the people.
No, yeah, I did a live stream. I think it was maybe 3 days ago, and I posted. I showed during the live stream. I showed it the actual article where they was hiring people a day before the event. They needed actors and a large crowds. They was paying. I think it was $20 to $100 an hour, depending on the event and all that. Man, it's bad. It's very bad.
Now here's the thing. Now this is what I thought came up with a little theory because Red Paperclip guy Kyle McDonald came over to my house the other night on his birthday.
Oh, that's cool. He's a cool guy.
Yeah, he was awesome, and he gave me a free copy of his book and some of NASA stickers that I can stick on stop signs.
He did a TED Talks. Do you know he did a TED Talks too? I didn't know that. He did that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Dan, tell the story for anybody who might be listening who doesn't know about the Red Paperclip guy.
Oh, the Red Paperclip guy is he went viral like fucking 10 years ago for trading a fucking red paperclip for like a crowbar and then a crowbar for a couch and then a couch for
a fish pen.
Well, I'm just I got it.
I know. I never.
And then he eventually had a fucking like house. He made a fucking he turned a red paperclip into a fucking house. And actually, he came over, talked, and it was his birthday, and he was doing a speech at the next at some place in San Diego, and it was for the red paperclip thing. He's still doing speeches for this, and I think it's remarkable. My roommate Sean was like, "What the fuck?" He's like the red paperclip guy, because he knew who he was, and he was like that. He was just flabbergasted that he was just chilling with me. And so what was I gonna say? Oh, so he has this epic way of putting it that that persons died. And I told him, I'm like, dude, I go, the Steven guy didn't exist. He's a patsy like Lee Harvey Oswald. He didn't exist at all. They're just using him like a fucking the scapegoat fall guy. And that guy's had an obituary in like 2014 or 13. His dude died 3 or 4 years ago. Now here's the thing. Whether or not that obituary is actually him, here is my theory now. Because Kyle says that these people, yes, persons died, but not real people, not actual physical bodies, but these people in the news that they report with the names and the stories that those people, it's a story. Now here's where I take it to the next level. the government has an archive of fake people, first names, middle names, and last names, and they're not real people. They're fake stories, and then since they have all of these people in their archives and their computers, they can bust out all of these fake people and show us all the names. Look, these are the names of the people that died. See,
like witness protection, witness protection. Fake names.
Exactly.
Fake
They
names.
just magic. Yeah, for witness protection, they just magic up an identity with a history. So they relocate you. This is your name and this is your history. There you go. And we can cover for you. You know, if you need a school yearbook, there'll be a school yearbook for you if you want. You know, so yeah, they do all this. I was listening to Bob Nodell just before coming on the Hangout here, and he pointed out something so simple. It's like, and it's exactly what you're saying, Dan. It's like persons die. Persons are just paper. You know, they're not vessels. They're not living vessels. They're the paper. Yeah, that dies. So when a human being dies, it has to be registered. Exactly. So where are all these registered deaths? They're not registered. It's because it didn't really happen. And I'll tell you one thing, guys. Within the world that we're in right now, where we have this Illuminati and the New World Order and all these nefarious organizations, there are nefarious organizations that have very clearly delineated lines that they will not cross. Like, for instance, the post office, the postal system, there are boundaries they will not cross, and they will not allow anyone to cross. So these guys, you can't just disappear people. They have a fucking address. I mean, this sounds very rabbit hole, and it is. But there are things out there. There are organizations that keep control. Like, for instance, the Ariana Grande thing happened here in the UK. Yeah? Ariana Grande, exactly the same thing. A concert, only it wasn't a shooter, it was a bomb. None of it happened. I was about 1,000 meters away from it when it happened. Nothing happened. People were just walking out. Police come, cordon the place off. Bullshit. The whole thing was bullshit, okay? But they tell the story on the news, and they show various different clips, you know, the crisis actors. That's it. They just make up a story. But the fire brigade, those are the guys who are supposed to go into a place when there's a bomb. It's a fire brigade that go in first, not the bomb disposal from the police or the military. It's the fire brigade. The fire brigade were not allowed to cross the police line. And the fire brigade went to the media and said, something weird happened there, and we're taking this further because they stopped us doing our jobs. They didn't open the fire exits to let everybody out quickly, and they didn't let us in to evaluate the situation. So this is the fire brigade will not cross that line. You know, this is, and there are certain hospitals and ambulance systems that will not cross those lines. So like, you want to hire us for a drill? Fuck off. We're busy. We've got people to deal with.
Although I did hear from Orson Welles recently that you can hire firefighters and use call the ambulance and get and use it for yourself.
You can do all of that, but there are lines that they will not cross. Like, they won't sit around and hear that there's been a bomb, but not hear it from somebody calling them, like the police calling them or the guys running the gig or anything. Hear it on the grapevine. That's not how the fire brigade finds out that something's happened, through the grapevine. So, like, what the fuck? And that was one of the things. They didn't receive an emergency call. Eventually, they went there anyway, and the police were like, what are you doing here? You know, yeah. By the way, Dan, I heard what you said about Orson Welles. You're talking with Jokerfish. I'm thinking, was the whole War of the Worlds radio show, was that a beta run? Was that a beta test?
Good observation.
Well, no, I mean, I think that the government took his idea, and then like they're like, oh, they saw the reaction that this random guy created. So they're like, if this random no-name guy could trick the whole fucking world, then imagine what we could do with strategy and 10 or 50 years of planning. So yeah.
Yeah. Which is
Dredd.
War of the Worlds was written by H.G. Wells and then Orson Welles. It wasn't originally supposed to be done like a radio broadcast, but that was entertainment back then, and they made it like it was a series of news broadcasts, which was brilliant for the time.
Yeah, it was awesome. It was really good, and for anybody who heard it start, they'd be like, "Wow, this is brilliant." But anybody who missed the very start of it, that's it, because it starts with, and now here comes Orson Welles with a reading of War of the Worlds by H.G. Wells.
People died, right?
It starts with chamber music. And now the Frank Robinson Orchestra. We interrupt this transmission. That's how it starts.
Yeah.
So anybody who's missed the actual announcement, here comes Orson Welles doing this. Anybody who's missed that, they tune the radio on, there's music playing, and suddenly it's like, oh, we interrupt this transmission to. That's it. That's it. They've swallowed the whole thing.
It was done. Yeah, that was intense. I heard that traffic jammed up. People were jumping out windows. I think some people may have died. I'm not sure.
No,
but they panicked. They panicked. What
was it called? It was called a pandemic. It was a pandemic. Like people were freaking out, evacuating cities, like by the hundreds.
Yes, they were evacuating
thousands. Like that's incredible to me. That's like, in my opinion, Orson Welles was Andy Kaufman before Andy Kaufman was Andy Kaufman. Yeah. In that video that I shared, totally blew my fucking mind, where Andy Kaufman broke character because he was being complimented by the legend himself, and he even said thank you. It was the first time I've ever seen him say thank you. He said thank you. That was the first time I've ever seen him show appreciation and break character. It was quite awesome. But I want to hear what Dredd. Sorry, I gotta hear what Dredd has his opinion on the 500 or 600 persons that already have their names and stories in the computer, and they just time for this. You know what I'm trying to say. What do you have to say about that, Dredd?
Yeah, we got to remember these people play chess, so they're a couple of steps ahead of the game. So they have everything laid out. If they're gonna do a false flag, they're gonna make sure they cover their ass. They're gonna need bodies. They're gonna need things to fit what the story they're trying to present to the people. You understand what I'm saying? So I agree with y'all 100%. They got names, birthdays, photos, and of course we know how they love to use Photoshop, guys. We know they love to use Photoshop. As a matter of fact, when you look at the picture of the guy that claimed who did all this, me myself, I thought he was dead. Because you can see his eyes closed. I said, it looked like they did some trickery here. It looked like it was an old photo that they did something with, edited or whatever. I said, this looked like a dead, like this is a picture of a dead person. You know what I'm saying? From a long time ago that they tried to tweak a little bit. And most people, when you deal with Photoshop or CGI or anything of that magnitude, it's easy to kind of spot it. But a lot of people just go by what the news tell them. So they'll look at it and they'll think twice, oh, well, that's the guy. But again, they have to have everything, man. I won't be surprised they got social security numbers for these fake people, But yeah, man, all of it is orchestrated by them, and we just gotta, keep putting in that work to expose it so people can wake up to it.
It reminds me of the Newtown incident where all those people collected their money. You remember that? Or Newtown, and all these families are all. It's just, fuck, man! Wow! Wowie!
Well, the thing is that they've had 50 years of progressively dumbing people down, eliminating critical thinking and philosophy, and eliminating these subjects and these qualities, taking them away from education, replacing them with bullshit like astrophysics and other gibberish, and eliminate the imagination. So no question asking. At school, it used to be a teacher is teaching and students are asking questions. Now it's not that at all. Now it's teacher teaches and student writes down and memorizes and doesn't talk. No questions. This is that the question asking. This is why you get so far with it. The reason they want to curtail freedom of speech is to stop questions. It's not to stop proclamations and remarks. It's to stop questions. So questions like this dude, the photograph that Dredd just mentioned, okay? Did somebody hang this dude? Right, so he was shot in the face, in the mouth or whatever, and then somebody hung him upside down so he could bleed out of the front of his face onto his forehead, and then laid him down on his back because the blood goes over his face. Okay, so had been upside down. Then he's put down, laid down. His foot goes under one of the arms of one of the machine guns or one of the rifle shit. Laid out, patch of soaked in blood on the carpet, and then a brand new patch of fresh blood on top of that. So it's like, how did this guy die? Did he die and then had a bit more life and bled out?
You're making me think of you're making me think of a great point here. I watched a movie. Photographer, he would listen to the police scanners.
Yes.
So he can go to
Jake Gyllenhaal. Yeah, Jake Gyllenhaal. Yeah.
So he can go to the fucking scenes beforehand and get there before the cops do. And this motherfucker, since he would fucking move the bodies in positions, and so it would raise the ratings and get more money for the story.
There's a really simple thing here. Where did this
That's totally illegal, by the way. I'm just letting you know you can't. You're not allowed to go to the fucking crime scene and move fucking shit around, folks.
He was a psychopath, though. He was a fucking freak show, that dude.
Yeah, yes, he was, right? Mm-hmm. But there are some photos.
Antonio, let me say one thing, and then I'll give you the mic. And they have these stories set up prehand, like Dredd said. They have the live link with the fucking dude going around touching people's throat, making a fool of himself. Then they got the police the cops behind the police car with the one citizen texting in the front of the car, and then the one citizen texting behind the car with the mannequin on the ground. And then you have they put out all of these articles at once, and then you have the meme of the guy going like this, giving his finger, drinking a beer. Hey, a real man of genius. Hey, I don't give a fuck because I'm a super patriotic guy, and this is America, and I don't give a fuck. It's a joke. It's a picture to create a story and to manipulate everyone's emotions, and to also does that get people will stop with the fear, and they're like, yeah, but look at this guy. Look how cool and patriotic and American this guy is, saying I don't give a fuck, and he's drinking a Budweiser or a Bud Light, and he's giving a finger to the terrorists. Wow, what a patriot. See, you can't stop America's heart. And then you have the story with the woman on the ground with the this guy is protecting his girlfriend. He's shielding her, and just so happens to be a Marine or a Navy fucking SEAL. Get the fuck out of here with your stupid preordained stories, you stupid pieces of shit. You don't think I fucking know these are all fake stories? You fucking lying pieces of manipulative shits.
Here's a simple question. Here's a question. Where did it happen? Where was the shooter, apparently?
In his building, right?
In a hotel.
Floor?
In a hotel. Not a disused warehouse, not a disused area of a library building, a book repository.
You're not a book depository.
No. He's in a hotel in Las Vegas. Las Vegas hotels have security. The security in Las Vegas hotels, this is run by the freaking mafia. If the security shoots someone, they're not going to prison. Okay? The mafia is going to make sure that they don't go to prison. So how come the security's in the hotel? First, they let a guy up there with a shitload of weapons, which must have taken more than one trip because they weigh a ton. So unless he asked them to bring him a gurney that he can take them on, okay, what the fuck did the security do? Hey.
Dredd, sorry to interrupt you, but Dredd's getting out of here.
Okay.
Yeah, dude, thanks for joining, man.
Yeah, Dredd, Dredd, if you want to talk, just give me a call on Skype.
Skype. Okay, yeah, I'll hit you up later, brother. But yeah, man, I want to say thanks for having me, guys. I'm about to get something to eat and chop it up with the wife a little bit. But anytime y'all want to jump on the panel, y'all know y'all more than welcome.
Nice.
But again, man, just keep the truth coming, man. People need to wake up. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate all the hard work that y'all put out there. You might not see me all the time, but I'll be in the chat, man. I'll be in the chat. But a lot of times I'll be laying down, just relaxing and just watching the show, and I enjoy every minute of it. So keep doing what y'all doing, brothers, and I'll be here, man, if y'all need me,
Nice.
Have a good night, bro. Thanks for coming.
Y'all too. All right.
Later.
Yeah, man. Peace out, Dredd. Everyone, subscribe to You've Been Exposed. I mean, you already are if you're subscribed to me. So
so people out there. So sorry, Dan. Let me just wrap this up. People out there who are entering into debates about this Las Vegas shooting, whoever you're debating, ask them what the fuck were the hotel security doing while somebody was shooting a machine gun.
Well, here's the thing. The windows are bulletproof and suicide-proof, and as soon as any window gets unlodged, the security gets alarmed immediately. This window is unlodged or has been shot out. It's immediate.
Yeah.
It's immediate.
This is the thing. They have security in that building. That building is run by the mafia. The security in that building know that they're run by the mafia. If somebody started shooting a gun off in a mafia-run building protected by mafia freaking security, that guy would last as long as it would take security guard to get from wherever he was up to the room. That's how long that would last.
Exactly. And I seen a picture of 20,000 bullet rounds. It's like two giant fucking pallets, like two giant wooden pallets that are like 7 feet tall. Like it's an ungodly amount of ammunition. What? Like, I mean, come on.
The gun control thing. I saw that coming. I knew that was perfect. There you go. Like, what the fuck is gun control gonna do? All you're gonna do is take. I'm not into guns. I would rather not need one. But the fact of the matter is, you think that making more laws about guns is going to prevent scumbags from getting their hands on them? No, it's just going to actually make it even worse. It's going to, because law-abiding citizens think, oh, it's harder for them to get them. The fucking black market still exists, you fucking assholes. Why I knew it was going to be about gun control.
And it's
bullshit.
Did you hear that the guy next door was Australian?
Oh
no.
Yeah. So some Australian guy next door said, "Oh yeah, shooting loads." Say, whoa! It's a good thing it was an Australian guy and not a Texan up there, with a couple of guns of his own, hearing the freaking neighbor waking him up, shooting a machine gun out the window, put a boot to the door and shot him dead. So it's a good thing he wasn't a well-armed good Samaritan. So I would, if I was pro-gun in the US, I would be using this to say, yes, more weapons. Let's get everybody. Let's make every hotel bedroom have a weapon.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
That's why. That's why in Texas, where everyone has a gun, you don't hear about people getting their fucking houses robbed. People don't. It doesn't happen there. People don't just run around. It doesn't work like that because of the fact that everybody's armed there. It's actually a lot of less shit goes down. You know what I mean? Whereas I am in New York, you need to basically be like not only a cop, but your fucking uncle and grandmother have to have been cops too, right? In order to get, it's impossible to get a gun here in New York. It's fucking impossible. You need to pass all kinds of mental health tests. You need to prove that you own a business, that you carry a certain amount of money. It's like not even worth it. It's like, what the fuck? So you know what? Everybody gets robbed. I mean, it's every other day you hear about somebody's house got. There was a what do you call a home invasion here? Another, this shit happens all the time here on Long Island because it's so fucking impossible. If everyone was packing, let me tell you something. Some people would be thinking twice before they run up in somebody's house. That's for sure.
There's a statistic that shows that armed citizens during an event, that if there's an armed citizen around compared to no armed citizens around, that the statistics are unbelievable. Like the shooting will end immediately, and the death toll is like less than 5%. And then if the citizens don't have weapons, then it's obviously way higher. But I got two thoughts that I have to get out. Not only obviously is about gun control, Christian, but if you look into the gun sales over the past 3 days, my God, has it been high? And you think that's a coincidence? It's purpose. They do that shit to sell guns and to make money. And not only that, there was one more thing I had to say. After one of these events, they always want to take the guns away from the people who didn't do anything. Now that doesn't make so. If you have getting triggered, I'm triggering myself. Oh man, freaking. Well, I mean, I'm gonna look at the chat room. I'm gonna wrap this up within 5 minutes here. You guys need to say whatever the heck you want. Go ahead and say it. I'm gonna pour myself a water, and then when I come back, I'm gonna read the comments. And so yeah, get it.
Yeah, I'd like to say to anybody who's watching who's not already thumbed this up, thumb it up if you've enjoyed it.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, man, I've been just sitting back and just watching a lot of stuff lately, Antonio. I've just been.
I heard. Yeah. Listen, I've got a question, which is also kind of like a plea or a suggestion, or however you want to take it. Okay. Are you going to do some hangouts where you're showing people yourself learning the new mixing board you've got that you were describing before?
I could. Why? Should I do that?
Yes, I really think you should.
Okay, then I will. Then I absolutely will. And since I wouldn't even have thought about it until you brought it up.
Well,
so I absolutely will.
Set the camera up and start and just tell people what you're doing. You know, I'm starting and let's see what happens. Oh, dude, that was cool. Because it's going to be like I've jammed a little bit. I play the guitar, but not so much. But I've been in jamming session and it's freaking cool because, sometimes you're in a jamming session and it's shit and everybody's off. But sometimes it feels like it's going to be all off and then suddenly it just kind of gets together and it stays together for a while and then it collapses again.
Yeah.
It's going to be, people are going to be watching it doing the same thing. It's going to be like, oh, yeah, and it'll happen, and it'll be interesting as well. So
yeah, I know. I'll do that. I wish I had better. I really want to upgrade and get like an actual camera. Like I see some people making videos with real shit. This is my fucking cell phone. It works pretty well. It's a good camera, but
yeah, but dude, you can buy a camera for $5. They don't have to be good quality. The most important thing if you want good visual quality is the light.
Right.
So yeah, as far as the camera goes. It's nothing. It really is nothing. You can buy a camera for $5, $10.
Yeah.
Hook it up, plug it in, and there you go.
All right. I'll definitely do that. I don't know. So I should do it live, is what you're saying?
Yes.
Go like the Hangout? Okay.
Yeah, and there you go. Then you've got the Hangout out there on your channel. But yeah, do it live. Share it on Skype and tell everybody. And yeah.
Yeah. I'll definitely do it. It's going to be fun because this whole next month is going to be a lot of fun. Going to be learning how to use that thing, and it's going to be awesome.
Yeah. I'll tune into that shit. Into that shit. Thanks for stopping by, Christian. Faceless and Enigma. Somebody was asking for your link to your YouTube channel, so if you want to put your link in the chat room, go do that.
Yeah, I'll do that from my laptop. Hold on.
And yeah, man, it was cool to have Dredd pop on and give some of his awesome insight, and obviously good to have Antonio on. And he's playing with he's making a freaking gyroscope for half the time, which is badass.
I've got it made. Here it is. It's one of those super precision gyroscopes. Okay. If anybody wants, well, I'm going to tell quickly. I know you're wrapping up. What I'm going to do.
Yeah, go ahead.
I've watched the videos about the gyroscopes. I've watched the Globling's objections. Yeah. One objection is, instead of it being like this, spinning, it should have been like that. Okay? So vertical. So it's spinning this way. It's like, not really true. Okay? But okay, it's an objection. I'm going to take that on board. instead of putting it on a 24-hour clock mechanism like John Savage did and Rob Durham, I'm going to put it on a 24-hour mechanism that's full, okay? But more than that, it's not going to be just a 24-hour mechanism. It's going to be an equatorial mount set to my latitude and longitude, set to track the sun, and the gyroscope will be put on. We'll film it. We'll see how the gyroscope behaves, which is how it should behave if the Earth was spinning. And then I'll put it on the table and we'll film it on a table and watch it not do that again.
And it's not going to do anything at all. Yep. Nice. That's genius. Yeah, that's genius. That's good. Yeah. See, that's perfect. That's why I like to put that, like you put yourself out there with your experiments and your maps, and then you get criticized by both on both, and then you take that criticism and then you fix or remodulate or reformulate your experiment and idea, and then you what's it called? You take into consideration what they said, why your experiment it didn't work, and then you do exactly what they wanted you to do. And then once you do exactly what they wanted you to do, it proves them wrong. And then what are they going to say? So
yes, yeah. Hey Dan, it's been great being on, by the way.
Yeah, man.
Dude,
It's always
thanks for hopping on, guys. I really appreciate it. It was one of the best hangouts that I've had in maybe the whole time. And yeah, it was fun. Had a fuck ton of viewers, so I guess it makes sense that the better content you put out there, the better ideas but you put out there, and you have good guests to boot and good books to boot. And so thanks, Antonio. Thanks, Christian. Put your links in there. Everyone subscribe.
I always like talking with you guys. I really do. Like both you guys. I always do. I always feel comfortable. So thank you for having me on.
Yeah, dude, absolutely. And it's good seeing you crawl out from under a rock, Hangout. And I hope that you stick around. Freaking at least just pop in on Hangouts and
yeah.
I ain't going anywhere. I ain't going nowhere.
Can I say one thing though?
Yeah.
Don't second guess yourself. If you want to just let go for a while and do nothing, don't second guess your decision. Yeah. Gandalf says something really wise. Okay. You should not check kind deeds with cold counsel. Okay. You saying, oh, this is too much. There's too much shit going on. I think I shouldn't really engage so much. That's your conscience doing you a kind deed. Then when you've got that peace and quiet because you've obeyed or studied that idea and thought, yeah, that is a good idea, and you relax and you start thinking a bit more clearly, that's when you start giving yourself cold counsel, saying, shouldn't I be supporting? I think I should set this people right. This person's misinformed. Maybe I can help here. All of those things, okay? Don't second guess yourself. Relax, and if you want to jump in and do something, do it. And if you want to just sit back, do that too. Don't second guess yourself.
Yeah, man. No reason to feel guilty or shameful for, there's literally no reason for it.
Good advice.
I'm gonna just you guys can peace out whatever the hell you want to, because I'm gonna keep this going for another 2 minutes. But again, thank you both. Thanks, Dredd. Thanks, Antonio or Anthony. And I'm just gonna read off some of these last comments before I close it out here, because I like to have an interactive chat room, and I like it when people show up and they're talking and asking questions. So let's see here. I just got here, Dan. What's up, Felix? Thank you, chat panel. Thanks, Dan. Wobbly Boost says. Arwen says, nice hangout again, Dan. Faceless Enigma shows his fucking link. Thank you for your interest. I got lots of videos and music on there. Let's see here. Thanks, Dan. Elliot Hall. Peace out, Elliot. Thank you, Morgan Ellis. V. Tommy, what up? Well said, Antonio. Bill Hicks Jr., you piece of shit. You fucking asshole son of a bitch. You fucking lied to Jokerfish, you fucking lying piece of shit. Fuck you, Bill Hicks Jr. You fucker. You fucking liar. I'm gonna fucking ban you, actually. You're banned, you piece of shit. You're fucking blocked, bitch. That's what you get, bitch. Bye-bye. Let's see here. You're gonna try to cause a rift between me and Jokerfish? Go fuck yourself. Alright, well, everyone's... yo, Christian. Oh, dude, I didn't show you, before I go, you see this little guy?
Oh, yeah, I saw you puffing away. I was curious.
Yep. One of my neighbors, put crap to this fucking guy, and I've kind of taken a liking to it this past almost week.
Nice. What kind of tank is? What kind of tank? It looks like mine. I think we have the same tank.
Oh shit! Yeah, you're right.
Oh, look at that, dude. Look.
Yeah, we got the same fucking thing.
It's a smart
red and
tank.
blue. Wow, that's crazy. This is some Democratic Republican bullshit right here. We got.
Oh my god.
We got the left and the right here.
What are the chances that we would have the same? There's so many tanks out there. I mean, you have the same exact one. The smart tank.
What does your blue? What does it say on your blue piece there? Does it say anything?
It used to say. I think it used to say shit. I think it was the name of the vape store that I go to.
It says smoke on mine.
Yeah. Maybe this was the smart. I don't know. I think it was different. I'm not sure. But it's funny that we both have the same fucking tank, dude. Keep that tank. It's good. It's a good one. And you have to replace the coil once in a while. You know that too. Otherwise, it'll taste like shit.
Let's see here. Joker told me you blocked me. Get your shit straight. Well, Joker's wrong. Joker, I didn't block you. Blocking or banning and blocking means you're permanently gone. I didn't do that. So you're a fucking piece of shit liar. So go fuck yourself. And the reason why Jokerfish thinks that is because you said something to him, you filthy piece of shit. So go fuck yourself, you lying globehead scumlord. But yeah, I've had a great time, man, and I'm just gonna close this out.
Yeah.
And we'll talk, everyone. Peace out, Antonio. Peace out, everyone. Thanks, Christian, and everyone. Have a wonderful, have a good fucking night. Have a good morning wherever the hell you are. And I don't want to say.
I love you, brother. I love you.
Yeah, I love
brother.
you too, man.
All right,
love
man.
you all.
Talk to you soon.
What am I gonna say goodbye with? How do I say goodbye properly? Goodbye. Wait. Auf Wiedersehen. Goodbye. Oh, so long. Auf Wiedersehen. Goodbye. And I tried to end it. It didn't work.